Secretary for the Finlay/Bronze Community Trust, Bwana Sami Kirui, who is our GM Corporate Affairs. Thank you. I also want to recognize we have the representatives for the Education Office, representing the County Director for Education, Bwana Roltu. Thank you and karibu. I also want to welcome and take cognizance of a very, very important person who has been very great in the mentorship of our scholars today, Sakeli of the Sakeli Foundation. I want to recognize, thank you and thanks for waving. I want to recognize the management for Brown's Plantation present. Please, wherever you are, stand up and wave to the crowd. We are so proud of you, my colleagues. Please stand up wherever you are and wave. Hey, Lona. Thank you, and we appreciate you. I want also to recognize our fellow employees for Brown's Plantation Kenya, and also Finlay's Tea Extract, wherever you are, our employees. Function, it's because of the teachers. They have put in effort. E for effort. And when we look at them, they exceeded expectation. And that's why we have 28 talented individuals that are here today. I also want to recognize the guardians. Guardians, wherever you are, wave to the crowd. Thank you for the guardians. And I see there are more guardians than the parents. And most importantly, I want to recognize a very, very special group of people. The reason why we are here, they are the heart of our celebration. These are the 2026 university scholars. Father Lebu, wave at the parents. Thank you. I don't see happy faces, and yet this is a day that actually you should be very happy. So with those recognition and all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Janet Ruto. I will try to MC for you this particular event. I'm not an MC. It is about trial. Siri ni kujiamini. And I believe employees, mnajua hivyo. Siri ni kujiamini. So, dear all, my great pleasure and honor to welcome each and every one of you to this special occasion, the Brown's Plantation Kenya / Finlay's Community Trust University Scholarship Award. The year is 2026. As we gather here, our hearts are filled with a lot of gratitude to our Almighty God. We really thank God for this far He has brought us. When we look at our scholars this morning, the 28 scholars, all of them having scored A, then we really thank God because He gave us the gift of children. He watched over our children, and He ensured that they came out successfully no matter the circumstances. We are also very deeply honored to have with us Dr. Florentius Koech, a gifted surgeon who has touched humanity immensely. Dr. Florentius, you know, kuna wenye wanashanga Dr. Florentius ni nani. Please, our guest of honor, wave at the crowd so that they know. Huyo ndio gifted surgeon. Many of us, when we look or when we read about the gifted surgeon. Ilikuwa nani? Ben Carson. Today we have our own Ben Carson here with us, and we want to really appreciate you for accepting to come and grace. He's been to Japan to study because medicine needed to be done by someone. He went into medicine because he looks at it as a calling. The doctors quite often practice medicine, but it's God who actually uses them to heal and to provide hope in life. So as I mentioned, our extraordinary doctor today, whom we are privileged to have, and who is the founder of Top Hill Brain and Spine Hospital. I want you to remember from Cheborge to being the CEO of an institution. When we look at him, when he's begun, right from Kericho, it was a small place, but he had a dream. Our scholars, let's have a dream. I will talk more about Daktari and his gifted hands, and more so, he has a gifted heart. I'll not want to talk at this particular point, and I will still talk more about him as we continue. As we look at our scholarships today and the scholarship award, I want to appreciate Brown's Plantation Kenya, my employer, represented by Darren. Darren, to the executives, to the CEO, to the chairperson, and even to the shareholders, the owners of Brown's Plantation. From all of us, we want to say a big thank you. This is a noble idea for the community. The belief by Brown's Plantation and Finlay's in transforming lives, we can actually see it here. That you spared the coins to ensure that we sponsor these particular learners. We don't take it for granted. Scholars, you are being given Kenya shillings 150,000 per year. And on top of that, you're being given a laptop. This laptop actually, in the new technology, should be a tool to enable you to earn money right from your first year. Yes, squeeze siri ni kuji, amini, siri ni kuji, tuma. Because there are places that you can do something, but without losing your focus. So as a company, we want to appreciate Brown's Plantation for transforming the community. Na wasasi, onge noletai petu sechu gobe it koya kabisa. Lakini kampuni ni ba Browns kogo gogon under very difficult situations. So nonge birchine wood company ni. Age mwachi gongoi, age lenji Jehova siko toret company. Koger kole kanyor ropta ne yame eng kasarta ne yamate. Akobwa chai komie, akonyor kora employees biik chemiach chekere kole kachobok chai komie akoityi customer. Akosochi kora kole sikonyor customer nemie nekonech nenye beit nekararan ako nesire tugul ko kalyet ongesa akobo kampunini. So that was French. Darren, I think he's the only one who does not understand French in this particular, but someone can do the translation. We appreciate the company and we appreciate the trustees. So with those so many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, welcome for this particular event. And at this particular juncture, I want to invite the principals present. Please wave your hands wherever you are. I will give it a pass if the principals have not arrived. Then I will go to the representative of Director of Education and I will give you a chance to address the crowd. Karibu, Bwana Roituk or Teituk. Yes, welcome and kindly address the crowd.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Yeah, God is good and all the time, and that is his nature. Wow. Yeah, I'm Julius Taituk. I'm not Kaitu the way she has mentioned, but I'm Taituk Julius. I'm the Quality Assurance and Standard Officer at the CD's office. I'm here on behalf of the County Director of Education, Mr. Julius Ngoneshi, whom we share the name. I'm also called Julius. So I've come to represent him on this very important function where he asked me to come along to represent him. Otherwise, I want to begin by thanking God for making us here this morning. I want to extend my thanks to the Browns and Finlays community for inviting us to this very important function. I want to thank the guest of today, whom I am interacting with him for the first time today. The name is more loud than the person himself. Yeah, we have known Florentius for some time. We have referred quite a number of teachers to the hospital he works in. And it is interesting that many a times when you are referred to Florentius, you get relief before when you get to be attended. I want to thank you for that huge name and the good work you are doing as a person, and for the gift you have been given to assist the Kenyan person. Otherwise, I want to thank the beneficiaries for today's function. You have been given an opportunity to go and read and do that appertains to what you have been invited to go and do in the different universities. Yeah, we are told you are 28, and you could imagine we have more than 28 who sat for different examinations in the previous years, last year, and you are one among the 28 whom were able to benefit from this program. I would ask you to appreciate the gesture, and you go work hard on what you have been called and to do in that university. It is an opportunity of its own, and you don't take it for granted. You need to work extra hard. You be disciplined in all what you undertake in that university. You be obedient to the authority. You be obedient to God. Pray, and knowing that the gesture you have been given, 150,000 is not just a small money plus a tablet. That is a huge investment which have been given up unto you. You need to go and show what you have been given and work very hard towards it. I want to thank the parents, the guardians, for molding these learners to become who they are today, so that they are benefiting from this program. We should appreciate for the good work the organization have given you, and you. Though the Browns and the Vinleys are coming in, they will not take the role of the parent. You still remain a parent. You are there to mold your learners, your pupils, your students, so that at least they may be able to work very hard. And most importantly, I want to thank the organization, the Browns and the Finlays, the trustees for such a good gesture. It is not only on line of educating these learners as a county. We are very much appreciative for the effort and the good work you are doing to various schools in our county. You have built many laboratories, many libraries, many kitchens, and many multipurpose halls. We want to thank you most sincerely. It is a good way of mingling with the community, and that was the best way to do it. We want to thank you on behalf of the whole county, and on behalf of the director. He has asked me to thank you most sincerely for the good guests you are giving to the community. Otherwise, I don't want to say much. Yeah, we are waiting for Florencia to say a lot. But from my end, I want to say I'm very thankful and appreciate the invitation. Otherwise, thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for appreciating the much that we have done as Browns and Finlays within the community. You've talked about our infrastructure within the schools. You've also mentioned the fact that we have partnered within these particular scholarships. And I'll mention the fact that this is not the only scholarship that we have, because lazima tuseme chenye tunafanya so that muelewe. So we have the university scholarships. Every year we take 28 students from the community. When I say the community, it's from the people of Kericho and Bomet. Yeah, each constituency taking 2 people. Then the other 6 are for our own people, because you cannot work somewhere and you can see the cake going without receiving. Our people, able to tujipigia mkono. Yes, thank you. So my people work so hard. And when we talk about our people working hard, I'm actually mentioning this so that you, the scholars, can understand. When we look at us, the employees, we wake up as early as 5. We are disciplined. We are committed, because it's supposed to be the best from the bush to the cup. If you do not give the tea the right nutrients, if you do not prune the tea at the right time, if you do not pluck the tea at the right time, then you will not get good tea. Then when we take it to the factory, also the time between plucking and the factory is very, very essential. And then the processes within the factory. Everything must be done to precision, so that you produce a tea that is specific to a specific customer. And the customer is always right. What does this story about the making of the tea and your scholarship relate to? The fact that as we give you this very important scholarship, 150 Kenya shillings plus a laptop, we are giving you this with also blessings, that you shall be so committed, you should be so disciplined, such that at the end of your 4 years or 7 years, depending on the course you're going for, we will be looking at a beautiful product. And to tell us about the beautiful product, I want to invite Kevin, who is already a graduate and our scholar. Kevin has been disciplined. Kevin has worked hard. Kevin has ensured that he has done. Mukimona, ebu situpigia mkono Kevin as I praise him. Kevin hajatoka tu. Kevin alikuwa hapo penye huko. He was so timid. That time, he didn't have a smile. At least he has a smile today. And he was not so sure if he was going to succeed as a mechanical engineer. Lakini, mukiona Kevin, ameiva. Asanti. Now, because Kevin ameiva, tumehakikisha ya kwamba he comes in today so that he can have some conversation. I told him 5 minutes of impactful conversation. You know, when we speak to you, we are speaking the language of the old. When a fellow Gen Z speaks to you, then you understand, you can actually relate, and that's why we have Kevin. And after Kevin, we'll also have Daktari Stacy Cherono, who will also be coming in. And she'll even tell you about, she hasn't completed yet, she's work on progress. But she'll also tell us about what else can you do, what can you look out for. So Kevin, welcome.
First of all, let me take this opportunity to thank the Almighty God for enabling me to come before you today. And to thank God also for each and every one of us, enabling us to reach. So as you have heard, my name is Kelvin Kipkorir, and I am privileged to be back here after around 8 years since I started there. And for me, at that time I was sitting there, I had a lot of expectations about university. And there were a lot of things, but okay. But first, before even I talk about university, let me take this opportunity to thank the Finlays and Browns fraternity for holding my hand throughout my education. And actually a complete product. I graduated last year, with a first class in mechanical engineering. And I have seen it opening doors, and I look forward even to more opportunities in future. So to the scholars, it's a great opportunity to be sponsored. It's a great opportunity to receive money. So the 150K, they have said part of it you'll have some pocket money. And for you, I like to advise you that you use it in a good manner. So if I look back to what I expected in university and what I really got, there were a lot of things that I had been told Zico, but actually I never even got to see them. Things like I was in JQuat and I was told that JQuat kuna bangi. There are a lot of things, but actually you are the one to determine. University is not only about education, it's about you building yourself. You are building you. Ukitoka university, you will not be coming out only with a degree. You should come out a full person. And a full person means that you should know how to relate with people. You should know how to make connections. You should know how to be responsible. So the greatest thing that the university, you are going to learn in university is about responsibility. The company has invested in you a lot of money. It has invested in you a lot of money, and it's upon you to actually utilize that opportunity to make the most for yourself and also for the community. You are a doctor for the community. You have heard about the chief guest. He is a doctor. He is not a doctor for himself. He is a doctor for all of us. So make the most out of the opportunity you will have in the university. And there are so many platforms that you can actually get to grow yourself in. There are nowadays, I love that we are given a laptop. And through the laptop, you can actually access so many online courses. Yes, you are going to be a doctor. Yes, you are going to be an engineer, but you have an opportunity through the internet to learn many things, through AI also. I know we have heard about ChatGPT, all those AI platforms. Actually, make the most out of it. Make the most out of it in building your skills, in building how to communicate, in building projects. So by the time you are finishing university, you will go to the workplace. I think that is one thing that I came to learn. Yes, you are going there to do academics, but know that you are heading somewhere also. You are heading outside. And outside here, they don't want only the grades. They want a full person. They want somebody who knows how to communicate. Yes, you can have the grades, but when you go to an interview and you don't know how to express yourself, that will be a fail. Yes, you can have the grades, but you don't know how to relate with others. That will be a fail. You can have academics, but without the character bit of you and the whole being of being a human being. Kindly, as you go to university, kindly do not focus only on education, but also focus on other aspects. Build your social skills, build your soft skills, build yourself. You are like a seed that is planted and given everything. It's upon you to actually grow. Do not be that seed that does not grow into a tree, but be the seed that grows. Your parents are expecting a lot out of you. First, najua most of us tumepata A's. Do not msiende mkaangusha wazazi. They expect a lot from you. They expect big people. So you start right now. You start from the very first time umeingia first year. You start there. You start trust in God. Have good friends. Those things you have, I know you have been told many times. The company that you are in as a person will actually determine a lot about you. So if you choose to have bad people around you, then in no time you will be lost. But if you choose to have good people around you, in no time you will be built. So with that few remarks, let me welcome Stacy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Stacy Cherono. I'm the daughter to Sami Kirui, and I received the scholarship 4 years ago, and it gave me the opportunity to join University of Nairobi. I am currently in medical school. I just finished my 4th year. I'm going to my 5th year. So, what I want to talk about is basically building resilience. So, having gotten the A's and having done so well, that is great. It's a great opportunity. Even me standing here in front of you guys is a great honor because you guys are the brightest minds, and being in this space means that someone has taken a chance on you. So in this case, this is Brown's, this is Finlay's, and the entire scholarship taking a chance on you. You can never doubt yourself because they've seen something in you that is going to lead you forward. So even as you go to university, you should never look at yourself as where you've come from. Just like Janet was saying, where you've come from does not define you. It's where you're going that defines you. You get the opportunity to sit here today and be able to look forward and decide what you want for yourself. Okay, because it's not like when I was seated there, I was so excited to go to university, but then I thought academics was enough, but it's not. You have to look at yourself and decide where do you want to be in the future, because all you guys are going, for most of you, medicine, engineering, all these courses are great, but when you're there, everyone who's gone there is doing the same course as you. So you have to set yourself apart. What can you do that sets you apart from everyone else? So even getting there, I think that it is important to look at yourself, decide what you want, and just go ahead. Someone already took a chance in you, and it is up to you to look at yourself and take a chance on yourself, because you get to build who you are, decide who you are, where you want to go. And I think that's the greatest aspect of being in university. You get to explore what makes you you, what will define you, you know. Yeah, so for me, getting into med school, I thought academics was enough because I got there, I had the grades, I thought it was enough until I saw the opportunities that are there. Out there are people who are willing to take a chance on you, you know, like scholarships. You get so many extracurricular activities which you can actually do, and that will set you apart from everyone else. Because for me, I'm currently in the research space in medical school, and I think that is something that has put me apart from everyone else, because you're running the same race. It's like all of you guys will graduate as doctors, you'll all graduate as engineers, but you need that one thing that speaks to others and says, yes, I can put in the hard work, I can go an extra mile, I can do more. No matter where I came from, I know where I am going. And I think that is what people look for, because I was trying to apply for opportunities here and there, and every single time I was applying, they all ask about who are you. They ask very vague questions like who are you, and that made me sit down and actually think about who am I? Am I just hardworking? Am I headed somewhere? And that is what they want to see. They want to see someone who, even in the midst of all the challenges they've gone through, they know that they're destined for more. And like, yeah, they know that they're destined for more. So even as you go to university, don't just, it's very easy to be comfortable. don't be comfortable, because you being here means you weren't comfortable in high school. You were always reading, going the extra mile, doing the most. And that's the same energy that you should carry forward. Let no one dim your light and make you think that you are less than you are, because you are way more than you think. As the company has taken a chance on you, take a chance on yourself. Go forth and do the most. Like, you know, when you're in uni, people will say, oh, you're doing the most. But no, you know where you're going. You're going places, you're going outside, you're going to do big things. You have to think big. Don't just let your surrounding decide what you think. Look, like, let your mind be opened, because there's so much you can do. It's not just medicine, doctor. No, there's medicine, there's research, there's tech which is coming in, there's genomics, there's so much. There's so many institutes out there that are willing to give you space to think. Yeah, take your time, think, and just, I don't know, that's my message for you. It's like when you get there, sit down, think what you want to do, have a plan. Don't let anyone dim your light, and you'll actually do really well. So yeah, go forth. And okay, so I even have a verse which just talks about in Philippians 1:6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ. So it's saying good work has already begun in you. So even when you get anxious, when you feel worried, when you think that you're not enough, he who started the good work in you will carry you forward. So you can rest in that and have hope in that, that good work was started in you, and it will make you, you'll make it to the end. So please think big, have, look for opportunities. People are there willing to give you everything, because currently I'm on my long break and I'll be traveling to the UK for a 3-month scholarship, like fully funded. Everything is catered for in a genomics institute in the UK. Yeah? So I look back to that, and I think that if I didn't take a chance on myself, because I saw the opportunity, but it was very easy to sit down and say, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm good enough. It's such a big opportunity, so many applicants, but I decided to take that step forward. If you don't take the step forward, no one will take a chance on you. If you don't apply for things, no one will look at you because you never tried. But, go with the mindset of you can do it. You never think that you can't do it. You can actually do it. Just look forward and say, be delusional. Think I can do anything I want to do. And that is the mindset that should carry you forward. Think you can do everything you want to do. And I think it helps you to just put yourself out there, apply, and just do the most. I think that's my advice for you. I wish I had more to say, but that's just all I have. And I hope that this scholarship will be great for you. Thank you.
Daktari. From the scholars, I think you've heard, it is about their journey is not about what they were given. The journey to excellence is what you do with that which you are given. You listen to the two scholars. You listen to Kevin, you listen to Stacy. And each of them has a story of you need to do something for yourself. That actually the world is waiting for people that are ready to seize the opportunities, ready to do their very best with whatever they are given. We have given you, or we are going to give you our best gift, the gift of a scholarship. As Stacy and Kevin have mentioned, and even Daktari's journey, to be excellent, to be better, you must put yourself forward. And you must be prepared at every given time. I like the fact that Stacy talked about applying for scholarships so many times. Even applying for jobs. Many people give up at the point when there was supposed to be a breakthrough, because they are imagining, I have applied 500 times, but maybe 501 was the one that God had destined for you. So let's keep the faith and let's work hard. Let's make sure that we are good ambassadors of the company, that at the end of it all, when we reach heaven, we will have a story and a celebration, for Christ, because he will know that we have achieved our full potential. I want to welcome at this particular point, Sir Kelly, the founder of Sir Kelly Foundation. Sir Kelly Foundation is a foundation that has worked with some of these scholars in ensuring their mentorship, in ensuring their placement to the university. Sometimes when a child has passed, they get a bit confused, get a bit frustrated because they expected to get an A of 84, then they have gotten an A of 82, and there is a lot of competition. Sometimes they need just one person who can speak some wisdom, who can guide. And Sir Kelly Foundation has been that foundation that has been able to have conversation, not only with some of these recipients of the scholarships, but also the past. It has helped many students remove the frustration. Unajua mtu akishaamini mimi nitakuwa daktari, alafu akose point ya kukuwa daktari. Parents, we know that journey that we have to walk through. And sometimes as parents, when we talk to our children, they don't really listen. They need somebody else who seems more of an expert than us. So Sir Kelly has been that person who has had conversation, who has even pushed some of those very poor and needy children to ensure that they even apply for scholarship. You know, sometimes you need someone that can show you the light when you're in the dark. And Sir Kelly Foundation has been showing light to our children when they are in the dark. He's also the chairperson of Kewasco. As he talks to the students, I expect him to also maybe mention to them opportunities that are out there. Unajua mwanafunzi umeanza. The university and the first degree is not the end. Me, from the bottom of my heart, I see great minds from the different counties that must rise to the top, because you're already the top. Please don't let us down. I will talk about the life at the university as we continue. Usiende university ukakuwa shamba mstuko. Apana. So Sir Kelly, please talk to the scholarship recipients.
Thank you so much, Janet, for this very, very important session I've been given. I really want to appreciate our chief guest, Dr. Florentius Koech. It's a huge pleasure to meet you today, Dr. Florentius. I've heard about you many times through many people. You've helped people. But our wanafunzi leo umefanya tumekutana. So really, really appreciate that. I really want to appreciate the Finlays and Browns community for inviting us for this very important event. I want to appreciate wasasi yenye wamelea watoto mpaka wamefanya tumefika hapa leo. Asante sana wasasi. And appreciate the students for making it, for giving us this invitation to come to Finlays. And to specifically thank Faith for directly giving me this chance to come here as a co-parent. Faith, Ezra, Eda, Ivy, and all those students who are here and we interacted during the application of university courses. The Sir Kelly Foundation, we actually run a virtual program where we assist students to make very accurate application decision when they are applying for courses either locally or abroad. So we guide them and we've interacted with them. There are some who are seeing me for the first time, but we've talked many times through our phone calls and through WhatsApp communication, emails. And we really appreciate Finlays for coming into the aid of these students to support them. Getting support for university scholarship in Kenya is not very easy. And there are very limited spaces for this scholarship. And I think James Finlay Browns ranks as the first one in this country offering very prestigious scholarship for those students studying locally. There isn't any other that I know. So we really want to ask these students not to take this for granted. Take it as a coveted space you've been given. Engineer Kevin and Dr. Stacy has talked about the university life. Stacy specifically really mentioned the things that I should have said, but I just want to reiterate that whatever she said regarding maximizing the potential that you have, taking advantage of the space that you have to really go beyond, so that you become a highly differentiated individual. For those who are going to do, or those who are already doing commerce, you know when we say a product is highly differentiated, you know what it means. Wauliza swali. When you want to buy a matchstick or a matchbox, do they say matchbox? Kiberiti tuseme. Do you say, I'll go buy it in, it's only one item you're going to buy. You want to buy kiberiti. Utajiuliza nitaenda Nakumat, nitaenda Kipchimat, nitaenda Giftmat, ama nitaenda kiosk. Do you ask that question? So you'll go to the nearest. I know you'll go to the nearest shop to buy. What about when you are buying perfume? Or when you are buying a designer shoe? Lazima ujiulize maswali kwanza, si ndio? So the same thing with you. If you are an engineer, I want you to make people tomorrow to ask themselves, I want to build a house and I need an architect. Nitaenda kwa Ezra ama nitaenda kwa Diana, engineer Diana or engineer Ezra. I want to go see a doctor. Nitaenda kwa Dr. Florentius ama nitaenda kwa Dr. Fulani. Sidio? Ukifikiria Dr. Florentius utajiuliza will I afford? Ukiuliza kwa engineer Ezra utajiuliza will I afford? Those are the things that we are telling you. Differentiate your skills. Make people know, even before you get into space of getting employed, make people know or ask themselves questions when they hear about faith, for example. What comes to mind? Ukiwa tu first year, you are doing your course, nursing, Deran Kimati. What comes to the mind of you and your colleagues in school when they hear about faith? Watu wakitaka kupanga kitu, wanapanga alafu wanasema baadaye, wacha kwanza tuulize faith atasemaje, because they know what you will say will carry the day. Yani uko na ile tunaita veto vote. If you say we are going to do it on Sunday and the rest had said Saturday, they will say because faith has said we will do it on Sunday, because they respect you. And respect is earned, and it's an accumulation of so many things that you do pole pole paka inakuwa your character. Are we together on that? So this space you've been given, make sure you maximize it very well. If you are pursuing PSC, medicine and surgery, ujiulize maswali, how can I be the best doctor in this country? Ukue daktari, ile daktari watu wanaamini wakileta mgonjwa. Usikue mechanic na wewe ni daktari. Unajua mechanic, siku hizo mekari, ukipeleka gari na una mambo yetu vizuri, nasikia kelele kwa tire. Jamaa unasikia amefungua bonnet, amefungua vitu mingi. Baadaye naambia hii gari haitatoka tena hapa. Na ilikuwa nakuja ulitoka nayo kutoka nyumbani. So the same thing with also udaktari. Dr. Florentius is where he is because watu wanamwamini. People come, wanasema if you just go to Florentius, atakuambia and he will guide you. Even if he's not the one going to do the operation, he will tell you what you need to do. That is the kind of character, the kind of I would say you build yourself to the point where you have that level of respect. We have what we call lifestyle and life skill. Life skill gives you your lifestyle. So if you know how to make an extra coin through what you are doing as a student, if you are doing software engineering, there is a lot that you can do when you are in school. There is a lot that you can do through your own resources you've been given with James Findlay. There's so many certifications that you can do. By the time you are graduating, you'll be well packed. And when you'll then be receiving so many invites for employment because of the things that you've done. So don't just go to school and do limited degree program that you've been given. Just scan around the market, scan around the world, ask yourself so many questions. Umesikia Stacy amesema she's going to the UK. There are so many opportunities. We run a program in the Sakele Foundation called Sakele Foundation Global Airlift. Tunasaidia wale wanafunzi wamepata very good grades to get the most competitive spaces in the world. When you think of Harvard School, the acceptance rate is 4%. There is another one called the Dortmund College. Acceptance rate is 2%. You go to MIT, acceptance rate is 3%. And then before that, kuna what is called SAT. SAT, Standard American Test. They test your ability to compete. So now, with those schools, they test you. And they has several levels of SAT grades. 1600 is the maximum. And because we have maths and English, each 800. So total is 1600. So it is a very rigorous process. And it's not for everyone. Hata kama uko na 84, what is needed there is the grit, the ability to really do it and do it again. Before I finish, there is a student who was admitted to national school when joining high school from Machakos, some local villages in Machakos. Dennis Munyao. He's a friend. Though he was not in our program, but I've come to learn about him. He got a very good grade, admitted to a very good school, in national school. He didn't make it, then he went to a local day school. Got an A-, admitted to Deran Gimati for an engineering course. By end of first year, he had dropped out of school because of school fees. If Browns and Phillies were in Machakos, angebatika. But unfortunately, Browns is in Kericho and Bomet. So this boy went home. Nakulala, he made applications to these global universities. He made 50 applications and he got 10. You know, now the headache was, which one do I reject? Because he had Yale, he had Harvard, he had MIT, he had Stanford, Pennsylvania, Columbia. Think of those Ivy League schools. So he said he wrote regret messages to the schools. He almost wrote a regret letter to the 10th school. So now he ended up going to New York, Abu Dhabi. So he's in New York, Abu Dhabi second year. And in New York, Abu Dhabi, he gets air ticket to come home every semester. And before he was admitted to the school, he was invited to the school for 1 week. Kuulizwa tu, utakubali ukuje hapa? 1 week, 7-star hotel, nakalipwa kila kitu. So what are we saying? We are saying there are many opportunities. Phyllis has just taken you to the doorstep of the limitless opportunities available in this world. And stretch your mind. Stretch your mind and get something that you think it can assist you and something that you think you are very good in, and push that one to the end. By the end of the day, I don't know how many you are, but I guess it could be 28. Usually 28. We want the 2026 cohort to be remembered by the global movers of this world, not Kenya. And you can do it as a community. You can have friendship. You can have the way you can partner, because if you are a medical doctor, if you are doing IT, if you are doing commerce, there are things that you can do together and come up with something that is going to change this world. Stick together. Get your contacts. These networks we are talking about are not the networks in the space. These are the networks that we are talking about. So network become network when you are very important. When it's very important, when she's very important. So just have those network work and challenge each other every day. Finlays, nashukuru sana, we graduated the first student in the Sakele Foundation 001, who was supported by Finlays in Kenyatta University, PSC, Medicine and Surgery, Dr. Wilbon Kimweno. Tunashukuru sana. Engineer Haron was in University of Eldoret, graduated also in mechanical engineering. Tunashukuru. Jafet, who is in Usima, same cohort with Stacy. I think they are 50, I guess, doing medicine. Followed by Petwell, who deferred or rather cancelled his scholarship because he got a chance to go to the US. So we have also Brian in Multimedia University studying software engineering. Tunasema asante sana. We are complementing each other very well. Tunashukuru Finlays. Sisi tuko tawasaidiana wasasi, kama mko na wanafunzi yenye wamemaliza form 4, reach out to the Sakeli Foundation so that we can assist them get correct decisions when they are going to school. Because tumerealize hawa watoto wenye wanang'ang'ana, mtu amepata A over 82 vile madam amesema, alafu ikue shida ati apate ile kosa anataka because of confusion. We don't want that. In Sakeli Foundation, we want to eliminate wastage. And we are really gladly doing that at zero cost. So asante sana, Madam Janet, for this very important chance. God bless. God bless everyone. Safe journey to school. Tuongee pamoja. Let's keep in touch. And be reporting to Finlays your performance. Kama kuna award umepata, mwambie Same, mwambie Janet, so that they know you are doing well. Asante.
Thank you so much, Sakeli. And it's Finlays and Browns. So I want to maybe just do that particular correction. As Sakeli was having his conversation or his speech to you, and he mentioned Dr. Florentius and about the values and the virtues, and the fact that we lead with integrity, we aim for the best, and the fact that he mentioned that anytime you can go to Dr. Florentius and he will give you the right guide. Then he reminded me of a situation as told by a sister stroke a friend, that at one time she had gone, it's story time, she'd gone with a baby who had been sick the whole night to see Dr. Florentius and his dear wife. That time, I think they were somewhere in Kericho. As they lined up, the baby was crying. The line ilikuwa mrefu. Si unajua kila mtu anapenda Dr. Florentius, si hivyo? Nani apendi Dr. Florentius? Watu wananyamaza. Daktari, tunakupenda. Wanakudanganya tu saizi wamenyamaza. But we know when we come to you, you will do the miracles. Why am I talking about this story? Because Dr. Florentius treats with his heart. He is so compassionate. His talents actually meets compassion. People may treat with their hands, but he treats with his heart. So on this particular occasion, her mother was there with a child, and the child was crying. The line was so long. Si watu wanasonga tu pole pole. Sasa unafikiria, woi, I still have about 10 people waingie ndio niingie. But daktari treats with his heart. He heard the distress cry of the baby. And that distress cry was not just a cry. He knew from his medical field that that cry was a cry that the baby was in distress and the baby was about to depart from this particular earth. Daktari stopped wherever he was looking at, meaning you can imagine ukiwa huko ndani ukiona patient, but you still have ears. It means it's your heart. It is, you're treating with everything. When you're there, you are with everything. He came out and called this particular parent very quickly with their child, called his pediatric wife. Yeah, the wife is also a pediatrist, and they attended to the child. It was actually those emergencies. The parents, by the way, up to this particular point, hakujua ni emergency. It is after daktari had finished. And we are talking about things that happened 2001, 2000, somewhere there. When daktari had finished, he told them, "Kwa ngogo na ulerire na ngorire la kwetu otorire agurgo sisige. Agoyego go sisige. Gogo sisige." Daktari, we want to thank you for always being the doctor that you are. Sammy, you chose the right person for these particular individuals. This award has actually been graced by someone of integrity, someone who money is not at the forefront. His is a profession, and you can see how God can use people to bless. Daktari has a top-notch hospital, but he has not stopped being human and humanity. He has not looked for cash ahead of what? Humanity. Daktari, that girl today is actually studying nursing. It's a girl that I know because she's a relative. Na wanashukuru. Every time they talk about you, I had never met you. It's my first time to meet you. But I met the name so many times. People would tell me, kwani Janet, we ujuangi Dr. Florentius? Ambe, pana, mi atastaki kumjua. Because me, I don't want to know doctors. I ask God, please heal me before I go to the doctors. We really appreciate you. See, tunaokopa daktari. We really appreciate you, Dr. Florentius. Tunasema asanti sana. And may God bless the work of your hands. At this particular point, I now want to welcome the trustees. The Browns Plantation / Finlay's Community Trust is run by trustees. Trustees are people that have been put in place to work and to deliver the vision of the trust. The vision of the trust is to ensure that we have an impact to the people of Kericho and Bomet. And within this commitment, we have the infrastructure that we have mentioned. We have the scholarships, the university scholarship, the secondary scholarships. Secondary scholarships are mainly for our employees. Employees munipigie mkono. Asanteni sana. We now have the university, and we have a very new scholarship. I think we are on year 3, the TVET scholarship. That also comes with the toolkit. We were celebrating the same the other day. So we also have environmental conservation. Mutaona kama Chebinyonyoi, some of those water projects where we do environmental conservation. Mainly in our CSR, it's about influencing the community positively. What do we expect from the community? That the community also respects the mandate of the business, supports the business. Kagile nenye onge toret ke tugule sigi search kosachiga. Inge nilegot kimuche gebol kabisa. And I think Sir Kelly mentioned that there was a boy in another county who could not access the scholarship. Ingonge no legi muche gebol chingambu nini. Ako no moyo ngamu no boga ako tolio miyo sinye ko kauli. So what happens is kimuche gebol chingambu ni. Age eser kabisa. Ako back scholarship. Kwanya sige lionji logochu. Yes, so we need to be actually on our knees, my brothers. Sigi kyog. Okay, lene siko testa cho bagoliani nye. Kotoret company. Kotoret company konyor prices che karoron ne. Siko torta logochu choge to kotare. Ak tungo nam gora alage unek. So yon chubisya alage komatigu sigindo ni yon chubisya alage komatigu inye ne chubisya ak nye ne le ako kakokoni scholarship nebo lakwet konamun eut kampuni. Ya kampuni ana kararan kampuni. Kararan kampuni ngamun kalyan inye konamwech eut. Ako kikonam alak kakekere kot Kevin Enolin, kakekas akot alak Daktari Wilberforce and all those. So we really want to, as parents, to appreciate this very dear company that has provided the scholarship and continues to provide the scholarship. When someone is talking negatively about that company, please don't be part of it. Talk positively. Tell them, number 1. Number 2, interview. I declare my conflict of interest and step aside. I will not be involved in an interview where you're my relative. So these trustees are very, very committed. They lead with integrity. There's a lot of transparency. If you ask us, we will produce the sheets, and we will also be able to ensure that we give you honest feedback. So even when you see people on social media attacking us, wambie apana, is not here today. That is Bishop Alfred Rotich of the Catholic Diocese of Kericho. So with us today, we have Ambassador Joshua Terer, we have Professor Willie Tarop, we have Madam Eunice Korir from Finlay's Tea Extracts, and then we have our GM Corporate Affairs, Bwana Sami Kirui. I want to give this opportunity to Professor Willie Tarop, who is our trustee from the community. Professor Willie Tarop, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, is a dedicated professional, a senior lecturer within the Kabianga University, or the University of Kabianga, for those who will be joining the university. She also is a women leader, Mama wa Amani, so she leads a peace group. So I'm going to give her 10 minutes to talk to the scholars, and not only to talk to the scholars, but also to talk to the parents. Many parents think that kwako begasit. Aye kana maingasit kabisa we siginda ne maene ge gutuny. Igere lakwani kwa university. Maraisi ngobeku kenyisiek tisabu kotiutie lakwet kosore kabisa kakikoi scholarship lakini inyende neiteche lakweng'ung en kila. So Professor, welcome.
Thank you, Madam Janet, for that introduction. Our Chief Guest of Honor, Dr. Florencia Koech, CEO, Brown's Plantation Kenya, represented by Darren, who is the Finance Director. I was making an observation, and Darren, we are very grateful that it is a scholarship and it is touching on finances, and you have followed to see your investment. Thank you so much. FCT Chair, represented by Ambassador Joshua Terer, the General Manager of Brown's Plantation Kenya, who is the Secretary to the Trust, Madam Eunice, all guests that are here, the CD represented by Taituk, Mr. Taituk. We have Sir Kelly, who represents Sir Kelly Foundation, parents, and the students. I think it is still morning. Good morning. I stand here as a parent. I stand here as a teacher, but at a higher level. But I'm a professional from teaching from Sunday school. I'm certified to teach Sunday school globally. I can teach from the lowest to the highest. When I see you, I'm so happy when I see the parents who support the students, because I teach in the university. These are my clients. Allow me, therefore, to speak to my clients, and then I'll speak to us parents. I met maybe some of you during the interview, and I want to congratulate you that you got this scholarship. In Kericho, we had, I think, 42 students, or 41. In Bomet, we had 45. But in Bomet, we only got 10. In Kericho, we got 12. So it was a very competitive scholarship. I want to therefore speak to these students as you come to the university. First and foremost, based on your situation, I want to encourage you to value this financial support. It's very important. And I want you to understand that this scholarship is an opportunity, and it is a responsibility, and it calls you to serve others later because of the chance that you got. I want to encourage you to be grateful. Please be grateful and do not feel inferior because you come from a needy background. You are equally very important on this earth. And your circumstances do not determine your destiny. When Engineer Kevin was talking, he said you become big people. And I thought of Kipsigis. We say, Yeguchi Moge. When we see these children, they are going to become Chemogai in future because of today. Many great people become with very little, like maybe what you had, the resources you had, but you worked hard and you are on that journey. Please take your education seriously. In the trust, I'm in charge of mentorship. I follow the students. Once in a while, they inform me how you are performing. If you are struggling, we will talk and discuss. And I normally help you be on track. This scholarship is an investment in your potential. When we take money to the bank, we expect profit. So we have invested in your potential and we expect something good to come out of you. Please, when you go to the university, attend lectures. Study consistently. Ask questions. Use the library. And seek help when you think you are struggling. Or very important is have a mentor. You should deliberately identify at least one good mentor. I know Dr. Florencias teaches in Moy University, School of Health Sciences. And if you happen to be there, you can pick him as your mentor. But equally, there are other mentors, even in other fields. Please know that you are becoming a professional. When you go to school, you are learning of how to practice what appertains to what you are going to study. Have a mentor who can help you make wise decisions, even about academics. They can help you to fine-tune your career and even relationships. You know, even when you go there and have funny or just normal relationships, because there are no funny relationships, they are just relationships in your journey. Share with your mentor. Even finances, when you have issues of finances, you can share. They will help you. Even your character. Your mentor will notice when you are about to falter in your character. It's very important. Last weekend, I was in Kitale. We had a family function. But in the evening, my son told me, let's pass here. In fact, he left the meeting. When he went, he came with a different car. I said, how come? He went and met his mentor. And then he told me, he asked the mentor, can I go with your car? And the mentor trusted him. And in the evening, we went to see the mentor. And I was so excited in that family because that mentor has made my son who he is today. Choose your friends carefully. University gives you freedom. That one is obvious. So, but this freedom needs you to be very disciplined. Because freedom without discipline can destroy your future. Work with people who encourage you to study. Grow and become better day by day. Protect your character and integrity. Integrity means it's like a tree and a shadow. When you see a shadow of a tree, you can know there is a tree. Be yourself, even and be the right you, even when no one is watching. Your degree will open many doors for you, but your character will determine how far you will go. Please be of good character. Do not cheat. Do not steal. Do not misuse money when you get it. And do not engage in destructive relationship. And do not allow peer pressure to control you. Do not forget where you come from. Usiwe mwepesi wa kusahau. Tafadhali jua mahali umetoka. Na ujue vizuri ili uweze ukajiinua kutoka hapo. So when you succeed, remember people. Remember the people. Remember the community. Remember the organization that believed in you when you needed help. Don't be someone who is quick in forgetting people who have helped you. Set goals the first day you enter into the university. Don't wait until the final year. Have academic, career, financial, spiritual, and personal goals. These will help you. Learn beyond your degree. You have been told this by Dr. Stacy and even Engineer Kevin. Develop communication, digital skills, and leadership. Be a leader. Be a leader. Be an entrepreneurial person, but with borders because you are a student. Learn teamwork. Learn problem-solving skills. Dr. Stacy got that opportunity to go to, she's going for 4 months in Cambridge University because she was able to show leadership skills and problem-solving. She was able to be part of that. Seek help when you are struggling. That is what I'm encouraging you to do. When you have challenges, especially academic challenges, even to drive loneliness and even confusion when you are there. Always speak to a mentor. And I'm very serious, this mentor should be a lecturer, because that's the person who will hold your hand. Now, as I conclude speaking to you, as you receive this scholarship, I am here standing on behalf of the community of Bomet and Kericho. When we meet with the companies, I really request the companies to even broaden the scholarship. Don't let me down. Even as I've continued to encourage the company to continue, please show yourself worthwhile. Do not allow poverty to define you, and do not allow success to change your character, please. Remain humble. Your journey from need to success should eventually become someone's journey. One day you'll say, I was very a needy student, but now I am better. I am better in life. So get encouraged that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Philippians 4:13. To my parents here. Dear parents and guardian, thank you and congratulations for giving birth to these children. I'm sure today you are very proud because your quiver is full. These children, as Engineer Kevin said, that they will become big people. And I have told you they will become Chemogaig. This means these children can contend with your enemy at the gates, the way Psalms 127 says about a child. You have carried them from when they were young, even through many difficult circumstances. Congratulations. We really thank you for doing that, the sacrifices you have made. But the sacrifices still have to continue. This scholarship may not help them achieve everything. Please continue to support them, allow them to grow. University is a transition from childhood to adulthood. Watch them as they continue moving in their next phase of life. They need your guidance. Waelekeze, waonyeshe njia. They need to learn how to make responsible decisions. Be available when they ask you about something, the decision they want to make. Please guide them. Keep your communication open with them. Usifunge simu. Be available. When they call you, they can talk to you. Call them, listen to them, ask them about their studies, about their friends, about their challenges, about their well-being. When you do that, they will emerge with first class, the way Engineer Kevin ended up getting. Now, as they move on, don't compare your child with others. Treat them as unique individuals. They have a different journey, but you need to encourage them to continue progressing and performing, to be disciplined, and to persevere in life. Encourage them to have mentors. I've told them to have mentors. Learn. A mentor is very important. I want to give an example of my son. When he was assessed another day, he told me, alikuwa ametense. But by coincidence, the mentor accompanied the assessor. And he did not get good results that particular day. And the assessor was surprised because he had seen him performing very well. But the mentor saved my son. They had to call him later on and ask him, how are you today? He said, nearly tense. And that was enough for him to be taken care of because the mentor was there and he knew this is not a person that I saw today. And the assessor, of course, was gracious enough to know what to give him, and he passed. A mentor is very important. Remind your children to be very responsible. We would want you to monitor them so that we get value, and you get value for this scholarship. Let them honor the investment that these companies have given them. This scholarship of Brown's Plantation Kenya and Finless Tea Extracts. Help them to be very disciplined. What you need to know is that university is different from secondary school. The experiences are different. There is a lot of freedom. And nobody may check every lecture they attend, or whether they have studied, but keep them on their toes, always follow them. They'll get new friends. They will meet new people from different backgrounds, different cultures, and they can be influenced even as they meet with these people. Some friendships will build them, others may distract them. Please track that so that you put them on course. There is academic pressure. University requires independent reading, research, and assignments. This academic pressure needs your support. There are times they'll tell you, I don't feel I'm able. I want assistance. Please send me 5,000. I want to buy this thing to do this practical because it is not available in the university. Please be there to help them. Don't wait until examinations begin so that you encourage them to do the exams. Start early. Start early. I want to say that let us be the keepers of our children. They are very valuable. I want to also inform the parents that Browse Plantation Kenya and Finlay's tea extracts have sponsored over 1,000 students from Kericho and Bomet community. Can we clap for them? They have put up structures over 80, about 90 something structures in the schools. And this is a very good partner. From the community, we are very grateful to these two companies. And we pray that God continues to make you more profitable, because as we have observed you in the past, you have always enlarged us. The latest scholarship to TVETs was an additional one, and it has done great things. So to the students, finally, I will be journeying with you. I'm open. You can call me when you have challenges. Wengine wananiambia nilikuwa na missing mark, nilikuwa nimefanya hivi. Sometimes you want to report your guardian or your parent. I'm there. I will listen to you. I will assist you to come out of maybe what is distracting you. So let us journey together. And after the years that you are going to complete, please remember to join the community of the alumni that have done well all over the globe. Lagochu anyega gusir koma lazima at kuboise en Kenya. Wo ngwendune. Our children will be great in the land. They are supposed to be global citizens. From day one, prepare to be a global citizen. Open your eyes. This scholarship will propel you. It will open great doors. See what has happened to Stacy and many others. So I wish to conclude my remarks and tell you parents, pongezi sana, tuendelee kuchunga watoto wengine nyumbani. We are blessed to have had children. Overurotin, Gamun, Nitat, Motiokwo. God bless you.
That's a big one. Thank you so much, Professor. And parents, you've heard. And also for our learners, we speak blessing over your lives as you move into the next level. We know God will walk the journey with you. He will bless you. And he will watch over you. He who watches over Israel will also watch over you. At this particular point, I want to welcome Madam Eunice Korir, who is also our trustee from Finlay's Tea Solutions, or Finlay's Tea Extracts. She is the Senior Human Resource Manager, and she brings valuable experience on people management, welfare, community engagement. And as I welcome Eunice, I also want to appreciate the leadership of Finlay's Tea Extract, led by their GM, Brendan Maria. Please, Eunice, extend our sincere thank you for their contribution to this scholarship and the contribution to the community. Tell him we appreciate the partnership. As trustees, we appreciate the fact that they have trusted us to execute the scholarships on their behalf. Eunice, welcome, and I'll give you a speech and words of advice to both. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Good afternoon, everyone, or it's morning. Good afternoon. So, our chief guest today, Dr. Plantations, our trustees, our FD, fellow managers, parents, and most to our scholars. I would want to take this opportunity to also congratulate all of you, the scholars, together with the parents, for this far that we have come. Pongezi sana wanafunzi kwa sababu ya hii safari tumekuwa nanyi na mahali tumefika leo. So pongezi, thank you so much for being the top cream in the community. I want to take sincerely this appreciation to really congratulate you for that far that you've come. As you've heard, my name is Eunice Korir. I work in Finlay's Tea Extract, and you've heard that this scholarship is co-joined with Browns, so we contribute together with the Browns to ensure that our children get to this level of where we are today. I'm happy to celebrate this significant milestone, and more so to this young generation. As I speak to you, I will want to inform you how we thought about having this scholarship and why we thought of ensuring that we contribute to the community. As you've heard, this scholarship is actually for both Kericho and Bomet. And remember, where we are working, the impact is on those two counties. So these organizations actually sat and say, what is it that we can do? And the most important thing is to build these young people. So you are the most lucky people in this society to have an organization or to have organization that sat and say the most important thing is to empower these young children, because education is power. Is that true? Education is power. And we know that, yes, this is a scholarship for both those needy and the top, okay? So those who are needy children, and also those who have actually been the bright in the community. So you have been chosen because of that position. And as you have been told, being needy is not a weakness. I'm happy that we've had some of the scholars who have spoken to you, and for sure you have heard what they have said. So for me, I think I stand here to really thank the two organizations for ensuring that we achieve what we actually sat and thought that it should be done. So this scholarship program was actually established with that clear purpose in ensuring that we support these children, and also ensuring that the Kericho and Bomet counties benefit from it. I would want to thank you, parents, for getting to support these children. Without you, as you've heard, you have really supported these children, and you've walked the journey with them. So pongezi sana wazazi. Wanafunzi, I would want to recognize what you've done, and more so to tell you that this investment is for your future. Is that true? It is for your future. So as you go back to college, ensure that you remain focused, ensure that you remain disciplined and committed to your studies. Mumesikia mukifika huko, university is a place where you are free. You can actually do what you want to do. And I'm happy that the two scholars, Stacy and Kevin, has told you what you need to do. Mutafika huko muambiwe murushe mawe na mkwe wa kwanza wa kuenda kurusha mawe. We want you to be our role models. We want you to get to the level that we will be proud of you. We want to get daktaris out of this group. We want to be proud when we are in streets. You are able to talk to me and say, I remember you very well. As you've heard, during the time we were doing the interviews, we never got to know any one of you. Si ndio? Ama kuna mtu alikuwa amejua mwingine. Kama sisi wenye tulikuwa tunawafanyia interview, none of you knew us. None of the parents knew us. But because of that merit, we were able to select the deserving and the needy children. So I'm happy that you have made this far. But as I said, go and remain focused, go and remain disciplined, and ensure that you embrace every opportunity that is going to present itself. Make sure you learn, grow, and develop your skills so that you will be able to make a very positive impact to our community. I think Stacy mentioned something like, gave you a verse that you have to always think about that verse as you get to university. You have been created with a purpose. So ensure that you achieve that. So for the parents, I will want to thank you so much for the sacrifice and encouragement and also the support that you have played. Your role model in the success of these children has been noted, and for sure it is not overstated. Most of you, I'm sure you worked really hard. Mara ena lage no kwego gi motinye rabisi age logo soko ba sugul. Kyo ya gibarua, kyo ya gini kyo muche. But today you are seated here, and as you've heard, these children will become chemogoik, sindio. They will, sindio, and that is the faith that we have today. So amacho atestany es oigusigi chen korejeni logo chuton. Ngomi suguli, make sure you walk the journey with them. Mato la ngago ba logo suguli, agoga go gochi Browns ak Finlay scholarship. Alengo masugo deep law choton. Mago kimoche ge ay tugul gasi niton. So make sure you also walk this journey with these children. Make sure you get to talk to them, understand their grades. Gomi 10 first year, second years. Make sure you encourage them. And more so, I'm happy that we have other institutions that also can support us. Kotigera la kwengungile tindo maybe an ambition like what you've had. Oh, supporting. Matilenjiga forecast and engalega so manet kot kuma la kwet ko change scholarship go outside the country le nacha. Sigin that marago be ibete no. So be open. La go chusuwisigo tindo ngalega ngalekene tege tugu kechangin the new systems that we have. So let us encourage them. Leave them to get what they want. Matonge igusigi chego aron baraga ko targi ne komoche gole ilenji ni acha ko moche yai nun. So let them do what they have chose to do in school, and let us support them as parents. So for us as Finlay Zach Browns, we remain committed. When you hear committed, is really committed to ensure that these children that we have chose will actually finish at their school, and more so in terms of supporting them and empowering them. Among the trustees that we have, you've heard that we have those who do mentorship, so they will be mentored. If you need some support, we are here to support you as trustees so that we are proud. You part of it, Cindy. So we are happy, all of us, we are part of these children. When we work, today we are talking that we have children that we have given scholarship because we are part of this journey. So we are part of these children. So we want to thank you and let you know that as an organization, that is our commitment, that we will make sure that these children clear the education that and the courses that they've chosen. So as I said, we look forward for you becoming professionals. Okay? Are you promising me? The doctors that are in the room, we want to hear your testimony, like what we've had for Daktari. Part of me also is, I've not met Daktari, but I have heard a lot about you, Daktari, and we are really appreciating what you are doing to the community. So we are really proud of you. And I want to encourage these children that as you've heard what Daktari is doing and what others are doing, please work hard so that you are part of those people that will touch lives in the community, that people will talk about you, and you will also have a story to tell. Isn't it not nice to have a story to tell? Especially knowing that you probably come from a needy community or a needy family, that without this scholarship, you may have not made to this far. But because there is somebody, you are here today, and you have grown, and you have an impact to the community. So we want to pray for you that as you go to school, as you work hard in school, you become who we want you to be in the society. Are you promising? Are you promising? It looks like you are not. Are you promising? Let me see by the show of hands. Okay, thank you. So we look forward for those future professionals. So thank you, and let me also congratulate all the awardees and wish you success in your academic journey and future career. So thank you so much, all. I just want to encourage you. Where we sit, I'm an HR professional, and I forgot to mention something. When you go to an interview, it is not about your papers alone. It's about attitude. So as you finish and as you walk that journey, please also develop your attitude so that when you get into a room where we are doing interviews, we will be looking at the papers. But yes, how is your attitude? How do you even respond to questions? And even when you go to that university, how do you relate in terms of that attitude? So build your attitude as well. Thank you.
Thank you. So your attitude will determine your aptitude. Thank you so much, Madam Eunice. And our scholars, we still congratulate you for emerging the top, for getting the scholarship. We still urge you to go with humility, ensure integrity, and always excellence. And we want to encourage you that wherever you go, make sure you create doors and open doors for others. Reach out for those that could be lost. Go make us proud. From Bronze and Finlay's Community Trust, we believe in you. Make us proud. Be our good ambassadors. Make your families proud. And be who that God created you to be. In other words, be the best that God created. You are a unique individual, has already been mentioned. Make sure you remain unique. And we do not want you to die with a talent. We want you to exploit your full talent. And for our parents, as you've heard, may God bless you. And may God always ensure that you have resources. What I will tell you from my experience having children at the university, make sure you give them a call every day. And even when you do not have, what we have given as a scholarship may not be sufficient. Even when you're so frustrated as a parent and you do not know where you're going to get that money. University. So sigilge kabisa siginde tiger ile lakwani oganyor tuguk chemokyingei. Uyo Lyndon. Then for our children, we live within our means. We do not ape other children. We know our homes. Let's not forget where we have come from. But what we mean is, I'm not saying that you should remain where you have come from. That is not what is determining us. But in our decisions, every decision has a consequence. Please don't try things that others, peer pressure. You know, peer pressure does not end in high school. It goes to the university and it even goes to the adult life. So I just want to encourage you, but for the parents, mato utie logo, obrichi log si moite, yo me brichi o lakwe si moit isa. Yes, yon kakosindanin kabisa kerinye ile kebirchi lakweng'ung simoit. Cheng the cheaper option. Airtel, I think, has. Oh, I'm not selling for Airtel. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm not selling for them, but it has a cheaper option that you can make a call to your child. But if you're okay with your Safaricom also, make sure you call your child. Birchi lakwet simoit. Matin kobek betut komakas lakwet tugeng'ung ko isigindet. Ngokas tugeng'ung kongen kole kitakechamon. Akot yelenji yeturungi kityo kiberwe kipkorir. Kongen kole kemwochi ngamun kametinye namna betunoton. So let's just be a loving parents. Nothing replaces the love of a parent. And if you're a guardian, also remember to be a loving guardian. God shall restore to you in full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. At this particular point, I now want to welcome and recognize our trustee, Bwana Sami Kirui, who will take over from here. Sami Kirui is the General Manager, Corporate Affairs, Browns Plantation, Kenya. He links Browns Plantation to the world. He has extensive experience in actually, kind of we can say he's the father for the Finlay's Browns Plantation Community Trust. I mean, we've learned a lot from him as trustees. And his work in this trustee, conservation, scholarship, and all those, actually has earned him a head of state commendation. So, kikwa kotonyor the president akikochi in medal ngamun ngasi nikikoyai. Thank you, Sami, for the good work that you have done for the community. Thank you for always thinking the community. He's also in charge of our outgrowers and the outgrower model. He ensures traceability for your tea. He ensures that your tea, even at the market and what you earn, he negotiates on your behalf. Sami, thank you for always thinking the community in everything that you do. Picture, nongirabokin Sami onyone. Kongoi missing, and I will hand over to Sami from this particular point, and God bless. Kagile urabai gogen to mogoyam. Kwanza the Gen Zs, ebum tupigie makofi ya he exceeds expectation. Please let's clap. You are the best of the best, and you exceed expectation. Aya Gen Z, kwani nyi mumeenda shule gani? Amujaingia CBC? Amujasaidia homework? Sawa, thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you very much. Our main guests today, the scholars, our chief guest, Dr. Plantations, our trustees and company representatives, managers who are here today, wasasi na other stakeholders. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Yeah, thank you, Willem Lezwa. I'm Sami Kirui, a general manager and also the secretary to Browns and Finlay's Community Trust. This is a very big day for me today. This is going to be the last event in our academic programs as a community trust. We did the event the other day, and now this is going to be the last one for the year. We look forward to doing the same come next year. I want to start with the students because that is the reason why we are here today. Our scholars, pongezi sana. Well done for excellent performance. Just for information, we had 264 students who applied for this scholarship. You can see the ones here are about 10%. The process was quite rigorous, and this is the team that made it. I'm happy that they told us what was true. Wanafunzi, you know very well that we came home, we confirmed what you told us, and we're happy to award this scholarship to you. Faith, Eda, Rukia, We came home and we checked Apikael, we were down there, and we saw that you deserve this scholarship, and that's why you are here today. So well done, and we wish you success in the university. You've heard a lot from the speakers here. Please remember that on this day, you had all these issues being raised, all these pieces of advice. They are really useful for you going forward. The 28 students are coming from 11 constituencies. We take a boy and a girl as much as possible from the 11 constituencies in Kericho and Bomet. So that gives you a total of 22 students. So we have 10 students from Bomet and 10 scholars from Kericho County. We tried to balance the gender. And we also take 6 students from the company, and I've seen the parents here, I've seen our people sitting there, our managers there, who have also benefited from this. So total is 28 scholarships. Each one of them will get 150,000 for the time they are in the university. Wasas. Ako biruan ut kumye maso. Kele genye 150. Kejine ta, kejine boy, nebo somo. Ako kejine nebo law for doctors. Kama bahati nebo kuangu. And it doesn't matter whether Sami is here or Janet, it will run. As long as Kain have results, go to revision. So we want them. We want you to be our ambassadors. We don't expect any poor performance. We have never had that. We've never had any issues with the scholars. And we have had there over 1,000, I think we are about 1,200 now. And all of them have done very well. They've got wonderful stories. Dr. if you had time, would want to share a bit of these interesting stories about what they have done. When we pick somebody from a place like Kunyak, or a place like those arid areas of Bomet, and in 7-10 years, to tell you a story about who they are at that time, it makes such a big difference. Like this girl who came from Kunyak, and she is researching into cooling a jumbo jet engine in a unique way. That when the idea came up, professor said, we need to patent the idea. Patent the idea first before we proceed. That's amazing. So they have wonderful stories. And when you look at these scholars here, for us, we see a huge potential. We see a great future. So please, do what you have had today. And I'm sure you will tell us a great story when eventually you graduate and succeed in life. I hope at some point, you and the rest who are finished will be able to organize something for the community the way Browns and Finleys are doing. Wasazi, when we go around and see how you are, we really wish all these 265 students could get the scholarships because they were all needy and prize students. But because the resources are limited, this is what we could do. So I hope these students in future will remember also the rest of the community and run something, build a network together with those who are finished that can address and assist those who are in need. Networking is important. So we will link you to the rest of the graduates and scholars who have gone through the process so that you link up with them. Wasasi. Maybe before I came to the parents, I want to appreciate our chief guest. Dr. Ari, thank you so much. Applause him again. Pikia him a coffee. Can you imagine how busy he is? Janet said she doesn't want to visit Dr. but occasionally you can pop in and see how busy they are. So one day I actually went to see Dr. And he gave me some time until I told him, you go back to your work because there must be somebody who is in pain. Wacha mimi nizunguke, I can find my way out. of the place. But when I called him last week, he said, if there is anything that can stop his work, then it is to meet the students and to address them and share pieces of advice with them. So, Dr. thank you so much. Thank you very much. When I told the trustees that you had confirmed, they were so excited. So we're happy to have you here today. We wish well to your patients. You'll find them, and I know you'll cure them. You'll treat them, and they'll be okay. So we'll give you a lot of time to address the students. Tulisoma na Daktari Samani, and I was happy he was willing to be with us today. Wasasi, this company, Browns and Findlays, have a long history with this community. Walikuja samani 1920 ago inguni kete seta ago yang kakibwane reu kumakibwane kele kakitinye yin money for a spare shirt. It's like somebody buying 2 shirts and saying, who am I missing? Now I'm going to the neighbor the other shirt. It's a sacrifice. Okwek umiten tetindas wongen gide testa ongen bonus bichombo chobo wemet no kimi chai. Kongen gine u tetindas tunguni. Work those big tool, read those big tool. Lakini the company has chosen to continue supporting despite the challenges that we are facing. I wish Darren could speak in Kalenjin. Akuambie vile hesabu inaenda. He is struggling to make things move. But he said the scholarship must continue. Oli nine kampuni okwe. Waendelee hivyo. So we'll continue and look at the things that we do. Apart from this particular scholarship, nibaraini. Koko kasi gilele ngiki yokta jita kwa tivet. Agili banji kenyine ta. Kili banji nibogi oing. Agi go toolbox king kotore ko graduating ko boko nam kasi. Bichini ay nuno nagen maeche. Kiso eskile temo ko changa bi kiuchito. Yes. Me scholarship number employees number 20 students kota form 4 ko na ko by employees. Lakini Niger gimut log artam and Tibet. Kimut log 28 in undergraduate and then 20. It's a lot of money that we spend. You will see these students are getting 21 million shillings today. Can you imagine that 21 million shillings? That is just one group. But Tibet could take it more than that. So we spend so much money supporting the community. So far, in scholarships, Kogi is spending about 300 and close to 390 million. Lakini on top of that, kitinye projects ibo school, libraries, dormitories, classrooms. Kogi is spending about another 350 million shillings. So in the about 12 years now, we've spent over 800 and close to 840 billion, close to $1 billion. Omoine. Auge ligitesta ke support nige. Yoga scale give me a long one ke commission a project like maybe next month give me big abar wet and jebanga. The bottom give me chapchavas. Kugi a boy no liposo get yoga scale give me around one ke supporting get tool ke commission the projects. I think ngaleke changu wa kumwok pika lak mama chata test changi ka kumwok and the other speakers are going to let me ambassador are going to let me Darenion. He'll also add something about that. So let me now invite Mr. Darren to speak on behalf of the company and to stand in for the CEO. He will invite the ambassador, who is the chairman for now of the Community Trust. Mr. Dan is our finance director. He comes from Manchester in the UK. He has been working with us for the last 6 years. And he has quietly told me he wants to retire here. So, karibu Mr. Dan. I hope he's learning the language. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. Thank you, Sami. That's great. So, our chief guest, you've heard a lot about him, Dr. Florentis Koech, the chairperson and trustees of the Browns and Finleys Community Trust, representatives from the national and county governments of Kericho and Bomet, leaders and partners of universities, colleagues from Brown's Plantations Kenya, Finley's Tea Extracts Kenya, our 2026 scholars, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I have the privilege to stand before you today representing our patron and Chief Executive Officer of Brown's Plantations Kenya Limited, Mr. Dushan Rathwati, who sends his warmest regards and personal congratulations to all of you, to all the scholars, their families, and all the community partners gathered here today. On behalf of the patron and the corporate leadership of Brown's Plantations, I want to reaffirm our fundamental belief. You heard from Sami, this funding for these projects will continue as long as I'm here and long beyond that. Our business success is inseparable from the prosperity, resilience, and human development of the Kericho and Bomet counties. As an investor and long-term agricultural producer in the region, our sustainability agenda is anchored in one core priority. That's building human capital. We see this scholarship program not merely as a charitable giving, but as a strategic investment in the future leaders, we're looking at you, innovators, and the workforce of our communities. In the message to today's gathering, our patron emphasizes that gaining university admission is only the starting point. You've heard that from the other guest speakers. To truly succeed in today's modern economy, you students must have the tools to compete on equal footing with peers anywhere in the world. As Kenya reforms its higher education financing framework, practical obstacles, especially digital exclusion, still prevent brilliant students from vulnerable households from achieving their full potential. That is why Brown's Plantations Kenya, in partnership with Finley's, have structured this 22 million commitment to cover comprehensive tuition alongside a dedicated personal laptop for every scholar. We are deliberately removing both the financial burden and technological barriers so our scholars can fully participate in research, virtual learning, and coursework from day one. From an executive standpoint, today's university awards are part of a broader connected development pathway, whether through modern classrooms and laboratories built across 2 counties, technical toolkits awarded to vocational graduates, or university tuition and digital tools provided today. Our goal is to build a self-reliant talent ecosystem. When a young person from Bomet or Kericho completes their higher education and then enters the professional economy, they transform the economic trajectory of an entire household to come. Now, I'm one of 6 siblings, 6 boys, from quite humble beginnings. Now, that young man may have a few challenges physically and biologically, but I've no doubt he'll be successful. Because I'm glad to say, in the modern free Western world, the modern free world, you can actually be whatever you want to be. It doesn't matter what your background is, doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what religion you are. If you work hard, you can be whatever you want to be. But the emphasis there is working hard. It's not easy. Yeah? Nothing in life that's worth having is easy. You'll have to work hard. You'll have to be focused. You'll have to be dedicated. You'll have to take advice, take mentorship, get a good mentor. Learn how to deal with failure, because you will fail. Everybody fails. But failure, you've got to learn then how to pick yourself up. Like our best Kenyan runners in the world, how to pick yourself up and keep running. But it takes a lot of hard work, but you can do it. It takes a bit of luck, but I think as some very successful sportsman said, it's very strange. The harder I work, the more focused I get, the more dedicated I get, the luckier I get. Yeah? You create your own luck by working hard. So, you've got a great future ahead of you. Oh, thank you. I didn't know you. So, to our 28 scholars in total, our patron shares his direct message with you. You were chosen out of merit and proven ability. You carry the dignity of your families, the pride of your home constituents, and the promise of the Kenyan future. Approach your studies with sharp discipline, embrace digital technology, uphold integrity, and use your university education to create lasting value for the communities that you believe in today. So on behalf of Dusham and the leadership of Brown's Plantation, I express our sincere gratitude to the chief guest, the Board of Trustees, our partners at Finley's, university leaders, and the government stakeholders for walking this development journey with us. We remain steadfast in our commitment to partnering with the people of Kericho and Bomet towards a shared progress and enduring prosperity. Congratulations to the class of 2026 scholars. So thank you, Asante Sani and Kongoi. Thank you. Who's next? Oh, now we have the privilege of Daktari joining us now. Please come up. Thank you. Oh, I've got that wrong, sorry. It's Ambassador next. Thank you. Round of applause for the Ambassador, please.
Thank you, Darren. Before I deliver the chairman's speech, I want to emphasize that the length of time that has been taken is very typical or a good example of what is going to happen to you from now on. You do so much in a day, and it is up to you to filter out what is so important. You will later on learn in life, my dear scholars, that education is what remains when the details have been forgotten. Get that quotation. Another one I would like to give you right away is if you do not plan, then you are planning to fail. And of course, you will not do that. So please take that one very, very seriously. Our chief guest, Dr. Florencia Koech, I saw in the social media, and I think in Google the other day, that in Africa, Kenyans are the most traveled internationally. They were using a ratio, I think we are 28% in the whole of Africa. We even beat West Africa, where one time I was for 4 years as your ambassador, and I actually thought West Africans traveled more. Ladies and gentlemen, scholars, parents, become international scholars and travel out and increase this percentage from 28 to about 45%. Are you getting me? I know you are very dull, you are tired, but please get that message very clearly. Be very confident. Our good director of finance has just said something which is very interesting, and therefore, please live up to that. Another one that I would like to say very, very clearly right here, and I'm saying it as an elder citizen, are you going to be better than these parents in the future? Because during my time, that was the best calling, that I will be better than my parents. I'll give them a good house and do all that middle class people do. But please get that very clearly, make a promise. Lastly, and I know a bit of French. Kingwa ambassador ngwong imbetu shekalage no limba bitanin. Ugin kilo kyo kuna ngo bendi ko bawai tuba tukun jama takina enne. Kugi goro minje choget. Endu ku chanongen. Poko barare ku weita nanin nangarutke. Kugi che choget ak chumba laga mani ni chumba jireni. Agin ak chunamen ko geni. Now I know you get that language as well. The most troublesome. Kugi bicho asomo. Kimi alak chiki bokoro menga pesa kugi mawe tuku jota. Kugi bicho mbalake mchongi kurenga mama. Ak chumba tuluit. Kugi discipline kabilet lake. Weon kamwa tuluit ko chang tulono ge. Oko tana menye kibare kap chep koro isote. Ko tuluit no to. Mugoro mwaba kule kamwa tuluit lake. I hope you get the message. Ogo si joko kwech message nego mwa. Amun bogi tos chunita chunga kamwa. Kuma bogi tos chona emu chona ngai. That message very painful. I hope you will get it very clearly. I would like therefore to deliver this speech from our chairman, our chief guest, Dr. Florencia Koech, a renowned consultant neurosurgeon and founder of Top Hill Brain and Spine Hospital, Mr. Darren Edwards, our finance director of Bronze Plantation, who is representing Dushyant Ratwate, fellow trustees of Bronze and Finlay's Trust, representatives of the national and the county government, management and staff of Bronze Plantation and Finlay's, representatives of our own partner universities, our scholarship beneficiaries, their parents and their guardians, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me profound joy and pride to welcome each one of you to the 2026 Bronze and Finlay's Community Trust Undergraduate Scholarships Awards. And today, in an extraordinary celebration of resilience, academic excellence, and the transformative power of education. And indeed, education is power. We cover to honor 28 young men and women from Kericho and Bomet counties whose determination has brought them to the threshold of university life and whose future contributions will shape our society for decades to come. Today, the Prawns and Finlays Community Trust is awarding what has already been confirmed by our finance director, Kenya shillings 22 million in comprehensive undergraduate scholarship to these 28 very, very deserving Kenyans. This cohort of deliberate commitment to equity and merit. 22 scholarships have been awarded to the top performing boy and the girl from each of the 11 constituencies across Bomet and Kericho counties, identified through a very rigorous process based on merit and verified financial need. 6 of the scholarships, as has already been said, are dedicated to the workers of Brown's Plantation in the tea estates. Every scholar seated here today will receive a comprehensive tuition support throughout the undergraduate work in a recognized university in Kenya. Recognizing that modern academic success require more than tuition, each recipient also is receiving a brand new personal laptop, which is already pre-installed with Windows and essential antivirus software. Taking care of that laptop for the next 10 years is a must. Let's not hear you have sold it or you have quarreled over it and attempted suicide. Don't. Never, never do it. If it is not your time to die, please don't, because over a laptop. And I'm saying it because we have had quite a number, 3 or 4 in our region in the last 2-3 years. In today, higher education environment, access to digital and research network and online learning platform is not only a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. Absolute necessity? What does that mean? As Kenya continues to reform higher education financing to expand equity, practical contracts and obstacles such as digital access and household financing, the pressure still stands between ambitious students and their full potential. And by pairing full tuition coverage with digital learning tools, we are dismantling these barriers as our scholars can focus entirely on achieving academic distinction. Today's ceremony builds upon our holistic education and empowerment agenda across the region, that is from Browns and Finlays. And with today's cohort, the trust has now, and this is confirmation from what the earlier speaker said, we have supported 1,243 students across the secondary, technical, and university levels, including 484 undergraduate scholarships recipients. Just 3 weeks ago, we were in this same venue awarding Kenya shillings 8.3 million for TFET scholarships. 39 trainees of Belgut Technical and Conoin Institute got those scholarships. Beyond individual bursaries, the trust has invested more in well over 350 million across 81 educational infrastructure projects, buildings, equipping classrooms, modern science laboratories, libraries, dormitories, and dining halls across every corner of Bomet and Kericho. I don't know if there is any other company who has done this anywhere in Africa. It is on the Browns and Finlays, and we are grateful for this. To our 28 scholars, your hard work, discipline, have earned you this seat today. You carry the dreams of your parents, the pride of your home, the pride of your constituencies, and the promise of Kenya's future. Take inspiration from our chief guest, Dr. Florencia Koech, who began his journey in a rural primary school in Jeborge and rose to become one of Africa's leading neurosurgeons. His journey proves, therefore, that talent is universal, and with uninterrupted opportunity and relentless dedication, no summit is out of reach. I personally have stories to tell about Dr. Koech, but I will not do it today because we don't have the time. And one of them is being an expert. Sometimes we go to see him in Eldoret, but he's also international. So sometimes we say, I would like to go to for attention elsewhere. The truth is, you might end up going to those other countries and still find him there. So thank you, Dr. Koech, for this thing. Use these scholarships, therefore, and laptop with a purpose, humility, and unwavering focus. Excel in your lecture halls, lead with integrity, and prepare yourselves to return and uplift the communities that have invested in you. As I conclude, I would like to extend our deepest appreciation to our principal sponsors, Brown's Plantation and Kenya Limited, and Finlays. Thank you for your continued social investment in the human capital and leadership of this region. I also thank the national and the county government, our university partners and communities and leaders, and the Board of Trustees for ensuring our selection process remains fair, transparent, and impactful. Together, we are going for more than funding degrees. We are unlocking human potential, driving economic resilience, and securing a bright future for Kericho and Bomet and Kenya at large. Congratulations to our 2026 scholars. May God bless you on your academic journey, and may God bless you all. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, now that you have waited patiently for this long, I would like to invite our chief guest to give us the inspiration, Dr. Florentius Koech. And as he comes, shall we all keep clapping and stand so that we can also stretch and exercise as he normally advises his patients. We are his patients. So Dr. Koech, please do come over and give us the climax of the day. Thank you so much. Welcome.
How are you all? I know you are tired. It's been a long day. So I don't want to talk so much. I'll really cut down on my speech. But there are a few things I need to talk about that are important for our young scholars. First of all, I want to acknowledge and really, I want to say really, I'm really humbled for this invitation. You know, when Mr. Sami Kirui called me about attending this as a chief guest, I told him that my week was going to be very tight because we had a lot of engagements. But I said this seems to be much more important than anything else. And so I made the effort to be here. First of all, I want to observe all the protocols. The leadership of Plantation, led by the CEO and represented here by Darren Edwards. The leadership of Finlay Solutions, represented here by Eunice Korir. The trustees of the Community Trust, led by Ambassador, whom I know very well from a long time ago, and my friend, Mr. Sami Kirui, and the rest of the trustees. Parents and the guests of today who are scholars, I want to say, I'm Chambuni. First of all, I want to really appreciate Finlay's as well as Plantation for this gesture and really to consider about these scholarships because it's one of the most important things. You know, when you talk about the need in the society and coming out to help them, it's more than anything else. I'll talk about it briefly later, but I really want to commend the two organizations for the big heart and the big hand that you are wearing. You know, that one life, if you give a scholarship to one scholar, and that one scholar will touch another 10 lives in the course of their lives. That means if you really multiply, it's a big, big change in the society. And imagine if this one will change another 10, and those 10 will change another 10, we'll have a revolution in this country. And that is what we want. We want people to change. The reason why we are struggling in this country is because of our young people have changed in the way of thinking. And I think this gesture and talking to them will make a big change. It may not look big, but eventually it will be a big thing. I know that the selection was very thorough, and I know that you picked 22 scholars, and out of each, you picked one from each constituency in Kericho and Bomet. That means it's well representative. Apart from that, you didn't have any gender bias. You made sure that there's a girl and a boy from each constituency. That is even more important. I know, I don't want to be biased, but the boy child is really in trouble. I'm nothing against girls, but where I teach in the university, and in my class, there are 2/3 are girls at the moment. So the boy is really in a very bad situation. But here, you have considered 1-to-1, which is very good, and I commend you for that. Definitely, education is the key for anything. If you must do anything, and I commend the parents, if you must do anything, please give education to a child. It's very important because education will open doors. And I'll give you my example. You know I've traveled. I traveled a lot. And I studied in many countries. I studied in Japan for more than 2 years. I studied in Australia for more than 4 or 5 years. I've been to the UK and in the USA, all training. And in spite of all this extensive training, I've never forgotten my background. You know, and I'm sure Professor Wilita Rob is here. She knows our background. She teaches with one of my brothers in the university. And we came from a really horrible background. We were very poor. I know I'll connect with many of these scholars today that it is difficult when you're poor. My parents hardly had any land. We didn't have any land. We were 12 of us. And you can imagine, parents who have no jobs, they do manual jobs, and you have 12 aggressive children who were somehow bright. They went to school, and they all wanted to study. And you have 12 of them. It was very difficult. When I was growing up, food was, I don't remember a day we ate to be full. We never had food. And we never had anything called sahanis, dishes to serve food. My mother would cook food, ugali of course, there was nothing else, and serve it on a skin hide, a prepared rabeta. And the food would be shared into the portions. And you pick your portion and eat. Sometimes you eat the ugali with water. There was nothing else. It was tough. So when I remember that past, and I know what some of you have gone through, I'm there with you. I know how difficult it is. But that did not stop us from working hard. My parents really taught us to work hard. Because in spite of the poverty we had, she would tell us, my mother would tell us, it will be better tomorrow. And tomorrow will be better. And that is what we are today. It's a better tomorrow. Fast forward, I struggled to do school, of course. At one point when I was 10 years, I got really sick because I used to take care of my father's only cow, and I may have been pricked by a nail or a thorn somewhere. So I got very sick. When I got sick, I had to be admitted in hospital for long. One of the nearby hospitals, Cottage Hospital. And we were 4 in a ward, an isolation ward. Had no idea what I was suffering from. So the 4 of us, the first guy was near the door. One night he died. I was a young boy of about 9.5 years old, but I had started seeing death at that early. So the first guy died, was mid-late. The second one who was next to him, about a week later, he died again. So that left the 2 of us. The 2 of us now started wondering, are we next? So he was a young man, slightly older than me. So we decided to alternate in terms of sleeping so that we see when the death comes. So one will sleep during the day, another at night. And we waited. And then one day I fell asleep. When I woke up, my friend was being carried out in a body bag. He had died. So obviously I knew that I was the next. Who else? So I waited my day. And then one day, there was a visiting Mzungu doctor who was from America. And he came to my room, and we spent a lot of time with him talking. He asked me many questions. He examined me. It took almost 2 hours examining me. And I realized how thorough he was. Unlike all the local doctors who used to come and see me, they used to peep through the door. How are you today? And leave. But this guy came. We spent time. He examined me. And eventually he told me that, I think I know what you're suffering from. Let me go and find out how I can get medicine for you. He was a visiting American. He was only there for a few days. But he came back in the afternoon. I remember that was mid-morning. He came back at about 2 and told me, I know what I will do. I'm going to send some medicine from my home country in America. And it will take a time. It may take about a week to be here. But I'll be patient. I'll wait for it to come. And sure enough, instead of leaving because he was only there for a few days, he waited. When the medicine came, he came and gave it to me. It was an injection. For once, I had hope. From I knew I was dying to suddenly now there was some hope. So, young men, ladies and there's always hope in life. Don't give up. And so he left after the injection. And a few weeks later, I was discharged to go home. I was still paralyzed. I was not able to walk, but there was some hope. Slowly, I recovered at home. And eventually, I recovered and went to school. I used to be a lazy boy in school, but when I went back, I changed. That's a story. Fast forward. Eventually, I went through school, as the introducer had said, and eventually went for medicine at the University of Nairobi. That time, we had a full government scholarship. So we didn't have to struggle to look for scholarships. We had scholarship. I'm sure Mr. Gray will tell you. And apart from the scholarship for tuition, we were given another extra money for upkeep. We used to call it boom. Imagine, you're being bribed to study. And that money was free money. We used to come to the bank. I come from here. So I used to come to the bank here with my admission number, and I would get money in my pockets the same day. A lot of money, 10,000 shillings then per semester. And that money was for nothing, for just spending. Because food was being given. It was just to buy you utilities that you need. And that's where my story, I want to give a story. Because I came from a poor background. When that money came, I changed. I now I even had a girlfriend in a place called Box at the university. And we'd go for movies, go and eat chips in some corner. Things that did not matter. Yet I came from a poor background. I now became a rich man with money. I was rich. And you see, when that money ends, there was another semester, more money comes in. And then it happened that the girlfriend I used to spend money on, one day in the evening I went visiting her, and I found the room locked in the girls' hostel. And when I peeped through the keyhole, I saw a man, a bearded man, white beards, slumped in my chair, which I had bought her. It was very painful. So, as I came out of that room, I suddenly saw smoke coming out of my ears. I don't know whether it was real, but I saw smoke. I saw some small miniature people following me and telling me, no, let's go to KICC, the tallest building, and jump from there. I became suicidal, to say the least, because I didn't know how else would I have spent so much money. And there she is. Young men, ladies and gentlemen, that is what could have happened when you go to university without a plan. I had no plan. We had money. All I needed to do is to go to lectures and out. It didn't take long, of course. The IMF came up with something called Structural Adjustable Programs, SAPs. And what happened? The boom went. The scholarship went. Now we were supposed to pay. So when we got that information within the university, of course, there was chaos. We went on strike, and we all chased home. I remember I had only 500 shillings remaining out of my money after spending all of it. And I came to my poor village home. And my parents were shocked, because I had never gone back. In about 2 years, I had not gone home. And they asked me, what did you do with all that money? Because what happened is, in my neighborhood, there was also a girl who was in my contemporary, and the girl had done so much for the parents. She built a house. She sponsored siblings to school. She even leased some land for the parents. And they say, what happened to you? Why is Rebecca done so much And you have not done anything. Now you have come home. And I had nothing to say. Fortunately, my parents were very wise. And they thought that I needed some home-based counseling. Later on, of course, when I went to medical school now in Missouri, I knew, kumbe, that was counseling. So they called my other relatives to come and talk to me, to tell me about life. And after that talk, I realized my mistakes, and I left home in a half. And I came to stay with my sister, who was residing somewhere in town, to think about life. What am I going to do? Now I was poor. I had no money at all. And after 2-3 weeks of hanging around doing nothing, I saw some maize he had planted. And so I took the maize cobs and stationed myself near the junction of going to Browns. You know that corner there? And I had charcoal. And I started roasting maize and selling. Yeah, it was now, at least I could earn something. I've learned. I learned my lessons. And sure enough, 2-3 days, and then one day, on the 4th day, some 2 young men came, not really young, but maybe one was middle-aged, came to buy maize. And I heard them talking about a deal. At that time, it was called African Islands. You know, Browns has changed so much. It used to be called African Islands, and then came to James Finlay. So I think it was just before it became James Finlay. And they were talking about how they were going to supply bamboos to one of the flower farms. And as I listened, the money they were talking about, I thought, that is I could do something. So later on the next day, with the money I had made from the maize, I arrived at flower. I think it must have been flower 1 or flower 2, I can't remember. But I arrived there and I saw the manager and I asked him, hey, could I have a contract to supply bamboo sticks? And he looked at me and said, can you make it? I said, why not? So in life, pretend until you make it. I pretended like I was a really tough guy who can supply. And sure enough, he told me, okay, when can you bring it? And I said, within the week. That time I had no idea where even to get the bamboo sticks. But I promised to deliver within a week. And so the manager gave me a contract. He signed and told me, go and bring. When I came out, I got shocked. First of all, where are the bamboos in this? And where I'm going to get them, and how will I transport? Anyway, I made a few calls to people I knew, and I landed in a place called Chebakundi in Molo, where there's a forest of bamboo. I don't know whether Giru knows that. And so I hired a few people with the money I borrowed. I borrowed some little money from my sister, and I started cutting bamboo sticks. Unfortunately, I got a friend who had no lorry, who had nothing to do. And I told him that, please, ferry this bamboo for me. I'll pay you within the week. And that's how I managed to sponsor myself through college. Because within a month, I had supplied the bamboos, and I got a check of 300,000. Imagine. And I managed to sponsor myself through school, through college, until I finished. So it's a lesson. I'm just getting these stories because there are some things I want to tell these young scholars about life, which I will do. There are things as you go through college, now that you passed the exams, and congratulations, by the way. To get where you are with grade A is not easy. It's not easy. My son here is also finished high school about 2 years ago and got a grade A. But he made effort. I didn't even tell him, but he looked for scholarships everywhere. And he never told me until he got himself a scholarship to study in Malaysia, to study medicine. And only came to tell me about it. Now, I'm going to Malaysia. And I said, how? He's here today. He's my friend, and he's also my PA. I don't know whether he's here. So he's a medical student. So for you, I know the struggle you went through, and I know the stress that you also gone through. But this is the start of a journey. And what you do, if you feed a machine things like cabbage, what will come out? It comes out cabbage. So it's what you feed your brain that matters. So as you go to college, remember there's a lot of things that happen. You can get derailed like I was derailed in the first 2 years of my life, of my college life. You need to be aware. And you need to be focused with your education. You need to have a mindset. And I need to tell you at this point about the mindset. I've studied the brain. I'm a brain surgeon, so I took a lot of time to study the brain in and out. Until if I sleep, I know which side is the brain. I will know everything about the brain because we took many years. For our training, we took 18 years to study the brain. Until you are able to master every bit of it. So I know. And I know something called the mindset. The mindset. And I've studied the mindset of very successful people. Talk about Elon Musk. Why is he innovative and successful? People like Bezos. People like Richard Branson. I know you may not know those big names. But these are very big, influential, successful innovators in this world. And in the process, they became very rich. They are very wealthy. Elon Musk is the richest person in the world with 860 billion USD. You can't imagine that kind of money. They will sponsor this country for 10 years, one person. But it's because of his thinking, the innovation in his brain that has made the difference. And today, I want just to, if I say anything, if I want to say only one thing that will change you, I will say it. And this is the following. Social media. Social media has come in, and as I said, I teach in the university, so I see a lot of students get derailed because of social media. Every minute of their life, they are scrolling, they are TikToking, and then they lose focus because everything is about what is happening. So, I want to say the following, because this is what other people do, the big people in the world do. First thing, when you wake up in the morning, spare time. First thing when you wake up, don't do anything else. Don't rush to your phone to see who sent you messages in the night. No. Spend your time and think about the day ahead. Breathe in, breathe out, and think. Think about something that you want to do for that day. And plan. Have a clarity, like what are you going to do? If it's one thing we're going to do that day, we're going to study something, let it be one thing you focus on. Don't let your phone or your laptop, I know you'll get a good laptop today, but don't let it derail your focus. Let your focus, if it's about studies, focus on it thoroughly. Don't be derailed. So every morning, the brain is about building. Yeah. If you want to have muscles, what do? You practice with weights. You've seen those people with big muscles. What do? They keep practicing every day. They go to the gym. The brain is the same. If you ever want to be a strong individual, strong mind, practice every day. Practicing means build your brain, brick by brick. Yeah? And there's nothing else about building the brain but to plan. Plan in small bits. do something that day. Read. If you say you're going to read a chapter of a certain book, make sure you read it. And avoid digital noise. What I mean by digital noise is all these things on social media coming in, news, notifications. That is what has spoiled most young people. They're always on their phone. They can't even talk to anyone. They're just on your phone. That's how we have gone wrong. And I want you, the 28 of you, to change. Ignore that phone. Use it only for, maybe in a day, a bit of your day you can do that. Maybe over lunch. The rest of the day, apart from maybe phones, receiving your call from your mom or your parents, the rest, ignore. Focus on what you have to do. If it's about studying medicine, anatomy, study it. If it's engineering, study it. Is that clear? If you must forget anything, don't forget that one. There are many other things I would really want to, again, emphasize or tell you, that apart from putting aside your first hour of the morning for yourself, yeah, the other things you should do. When you wake up, after you've thought about your day, make your bed. Avoid clutter. I know you'll be having your rooms. Avoid clutter in your rooms. Clutter will mean your brain will also be cluttered, full of things that are not in order. Order your room. And the way to order your room is to make your bed. That is what I was told when I went to NYS. Make your bed. And you make it so nicely because you're going to come back and sleep on it. When you make your bed, it actually encourages you to be organized and organize your mind. Yeah? Another one I want to tell you is, the brain likes comfort. Yeah? Part of comfort zone, we like to be comfortable. Every day when you wake up, you want your water to be warm, you shower, you eat, comfort zone. But you never grow as an individual if you're always in the comfort. I would encourage you as young scholars. I know, I also train dogs. I'm a dog trainer. I keep these dogs, and I train them. And the younger they are, the better you train them. You train them up to 6 months. Beyond 6 months, they don't listen. So I know the older people, I may not make any impact. But for these young people, please avoid comfort zone. And as early as you are, try not to be in the comfort zone. Don't always shower with cold water, with hot water. Sometimes decide to shower with cold water. It encourages your brain to think that you can be strong. You can withstand hardships. If you teach yourself to withstand hardships, you'll go very far. You can survive anything. You grow to be strong mentally. Not only physically, but mentally. Here I'm talking about strong mentally. So when you put yourself in situations which are hard, things that you don't like, you put it as one of your do things in the day. Yeah? If you are facing difficult situations, face it. Just put time for your day and face the difficult things in your life. If you do that every day, slowly your brain adjusts and knows that you can surmount any hardships in life. Hardships will come your way, by the way. No doubt, as a human being, you must face hardships. And how you face hardships is determined by how strong mentally you are. If you are weak mentally because you're used to make comfort zone, you'll never go through challenges. I know these top guys will tell you how difficult sometimes life is. And there are things that you don't want to do because they're hard. You don't want to face those difficult workers. It's hard. You'd rather run away and do it. You don't want to see. Or difficult students. Yeah, sometimes I I supervise students, postgraduate, and I don't want they're asking too many questions. And sometimes I have to run away for a while. No. Yeah, comfort zone means face it head on. Whatever it's difficult, face it. Now, Miss Eunice Korir talked about integrity, building integrity. You may take it just like the word integrity, but she meant something very important. We need, when we talk about young people, we need to see integrity. Integrity is, can you be trusted? Can you stand a good character? If I gave you today, I sent you 1,000 shillings, and it was not meant for you, but somehow you got 1,000 shillings in your phone, would you return it? Many in this country will not. Yeah, they won't. Many times I've sent money I didn't because I've typed a wrong number. When you try following up, it disappears if you're not quick enough to reverse it. That is disintegrity. Young men, ladies, please be people of integrity, people we can trust in the society. So I really want to emphasize what Eunice had said. Please put your brain in order. Never allow shortcuts in life. Shortcuts like taking a bribe because you want to do something, it all boils down to even when you grow older. Please be people with integrity. It will help you in the long run. When you do good things, slowly your brain adjusts until the circuits in your brain will be all secure, and you will keep integrity in focus. Another thing, as I said, I don't want to talk too much, is something called consumption. Yeah? What I would encourage you is consume less and create more. What do I mean by that? We have become used to AI. AI has become the center of our life. I'm sure for most of the young people, we're just using AI to do most of the things. If you want to write anything, go to AI to write for you. We never think anymore. So today, young people, I want to encourage you to do more on your thinking and less on consumption, because that's consumption. Write something of your own, not the one you've seen in the internet. Draw something. Anything you can do, but do it. Use your brain to do it. The more you do it every day, the better your brain becomes. You build network within your brain, and that network keeps improving. Rather than just copycats, as I'm sure Professor there knows how even writing a thesis now has become a challenge. People just use AI, and they write a whole master thesis within 2 days because of AI. That is wrong. That is wrong. Number 6 is what I call procrastination, postponing things. The things you want to do today, you postpone. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, anything you postpone. That is not good. Always try to complete your tasks set for that day. Try. Yeah? Never fail to finish what you started on that day. Okay. I think for the parents, I know it's been a challenge, but keep in touch with, as a professor, keep in touch with your children. Yeah, always talk to them. Know what they're up to. on a daily basis, preferably. Because there are many people, there's something called the peer pressure. There are groups within colleges that influence young people and young minds. So it's important that you keep touch with your children, always. Others, well done, and continue with the support for your children. Though they have a scholarship, don't say because they have a scholarship, they don't need any support. They need other support as well. And that's why you're here, or you're there as parents. Otherwise, for the community trust, I really want again
that our mindset is what we need to work on. Thank you. Thank you. We can't thank you enough. We really appreciate, and once more, for the choice of the speaker for today and our guest of honor, Sammy and the team, thank you so much. Sometimes when you look at people and where they have reached, I think quite often we only think about the top, where they are. We do not think about the journey that they have had. I think our scholars, you heard about resilience. Even when he failed, he still dusted himself to reach where he is today. So, Daktari, we want to speak a blessing over your life. Numbers 6:24, that may the Lord shine on you and your family to the 5th generation. This particular time, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, now to call upon our secretariat so that we can do the scholarship award. When the trustees are working, they work through a secretariat, a team. So I'll ask them to step forward. Benedict. So we have Engineer Benedict, who is our liaison officer. She connects the community to the scholarship or to the trust. So Engineer Benedict, she's an engineer. Warembo, Engineer Benedict. Yes. We also have Belinda, who is also supporting. She's the PA to the GM Corporate Affairs. And these are the people that will be working with you, the scholars. We also have our communication officer, who is behind the scene. I don't know where he is at the moment. And then we have Mutai. And ask, yes, our chief guest, I hope you've taken some water and a bit of breathing. Once more, asante sana for your message. We really appreciate our chief guest, Eunice from Tea Extracts, Sami. The scholarship tumesema ni 150 Kenya money plus a laptop. Rukia Said Hassan, please bring your parents as you receive the scholarship. And she comes from my former school, the Kipsigis Girls. Following Rukia is Abigail Chepkirui. You'll also pause for the photograph. Please join so that you can do the photograph. Abigail Chepkurui from Tengeja Girls. She's also going to do medicine. Please step forward with your parents and guardians. Then Brian Kipngeno Belgut. Brian Kipngeno from Belgut, Cheborge Boys. Okay. That should be your neighbor, Daktari. Going to do PSC Mechatronic Engineering, Dedan Kimathi. Congratulations, Brian Kipngeno. Faith Cherotich, as we stretch. Faith Cherotich Rob. Kipsigis girls also are going to do Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, University of Nairobi. Faith Cherotich, please step forward with your parents. And congratulations. Then Chafes Kipchirchir Kirui of Nairobi School, Bachelor of Law, University of Nairobi. Congratulations, Jafes. Parents, please step forward so that you can also take a picture with Jafes. Then Faith Chepkemo. Jafes. Faith Chepkemo, Kipsigis girls. Hey, okay. PSC Nursing, congratulations, Faith. Please bring your parents. I think Kipsigis girls is really shining. Then Abigail Chebet, Nyabruru girls, PSC Nursing. Abigail Chebet, Kipkelion East. Nyabruru girls, also she's going to do PSC Nursing. Congratulations. Then Paris Chebwogen Rono, Kipkelion East. From St. Bridget's Girls Kiminini, also going to do PSC Nutrition and Dietetics. Dedan Kimathi University. Wow, congratulations. Then Lydia Chelangat, Kipkelion West from Alliance Girls, Bachelor of Dental Surgery, going to Moi University. Lydia Chelangat, please bring your parents. Then Isaac Kipngetich Rotich, Kipkelion West from Nakuru High, going to do PSC Nursing, University of Kabianga. Isaac Kipngetich Rotich. Then Enoch Collins Kibruto. Enoch Collins Kibruto from Soinsi Gowet, Nakuru High School, going to do Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, Masinde Muliro. So, Dr. Florence, as you can see, it's around medicine. Then Ivy Chepkoech Langat, Soinsi Gowet from Moi Girls Eldoret, going to do PSC Microbiology, Moi University. Congratulations, Ivy, and you can bring your parents and guardians. Esra Kibrotich. Yeah, Ivy Chepkoech Langat. Smile for the camera, thank you. Then Ivy Chepkoech Langat, so in Sigo, that's Esra Kibrotich, Bomet Central, Maseno University, Bachelor of Architecture, University of Nairobi. That is Esra Kibrotich. Smile for the camera, Esra. Then Edda Chepngetich, Bomet Central. She was in Kipsigis Girls, Bachelor of Medicine, JKUAT. Edda Chepngetich from Kipsigis. We can see Kipsigis is really shining. Yeah. Then Festus Bet Kipkurui, Bomet East. I am. Yeah, look for me now that I've taken the responsibility of being a parent. Yeah, Festus Bet Kipkurui from Bomet East, Longisa Boys. Congratulations, Festus, as you go in to do medicine. That is Bachelor of Pharmacy, JKUAT. Dennis Kibet, Bomet East, Kabungut Boys Secondary School, congratulations, and he's going for PSC Clinical Medicine. All the way from Kabungut, congratulations, Dennis Kibet. Then Norbert Koech, congratulations, congratulations, Dennis. From Kabungut Boys, we can see children can go wherever they want. It's about the willpower. Then Norbert Kipkoech Kirui. Norbert Kipkoech Kirui. Tenwek High School and PSC Nursing. I'm reminded Dennis, actually, when they went for mentorship, Dennis promised that he will be there. Asante Dennis, ulituahidi na leo uko hapa na sisi. Norbert Kipkoech Kirui. Then Michelle Chebet Chebalungu, St. Peter's Nyangemincha, PSC Nursing IT. Michelle Chebet, congratulations, Miss Michelle, and all the best as you begin the new journey. Then Amos Kipkurui Korir, Konoin, Longisa Boys High School, PSC Aerospace Engineering. Amos, that Kipkirui Korir, Longisa Boys, and he's going to do PSC Aerospace Engineering. Huyu jamani wa ndege. Congratulations, congratulations. We really celebrate you. Amos, we celebrate you. The next is Deborah Chebet from Konoin, Moi Girls Eldoret, going to do medicine. Deborah Chebet. Deborah Chebet, please bring your parents and guardians. Congratulations, congratulations, Deborah. And she's going to Egerton University. Stewart Kiprotich Kemoy. Saray Boys Center, Bachelor of Medicine, JKUAT. Stewart Kiprotich Kemoy, congratulations, Sotik. Then Ivan Chebet, Moi Shongiroi Girls, PSC Technology, Electronics and Electrical Engineering, Technical University of Mombasa. Congratulations, congratulations. So those are the representation. Yeah, please stand. Those are the representation of the different constituencies, two people, the different constituencies of Kericho and Bomet. Next are to our own employees, Ivy Chebet, not Ivy Chebet, Sonia Chepto, please bring your dad, who has 33 years of work experience. Yeah, and your sister. Moi High School Kabarak, Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, Kenyatta University. Congratulations, congratulations. And the sister is here as a witness, so that also she will work hard and be able to, yes, get the next scholarship. And Raphael himself, I think, was our scholar. Na ujue hapa hivi hakuna kujuana. Raphael, congratulations. And Sonia, congratulations for representing the family well. We are so proud of you. Then Ryan Kipchirchir, I saw Mom Lorna, please step forward. And your sister. We appreciate you, Ryan, for the good work. and for representing us well. Ryan was in St. Joseph's Kitale, and he's going to do PSC Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Strathmore University. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Then Tony Kipkorir Koske, Kapsabet Boys High School, PSC Electric and Electronic Engineering, University of Nairobi. Na tena huyu mtoto alikuwa our scholar for the secondary school. So mzazi utatuambia siri yako ni nini na mtoto wako ndio amepata na amepata tena. And remember, for the company ni just merit, hakuna ni munaweka 2 marks na muna rank. Congratulations mom, and congratulations Tony. Then we also have Lavin Kenya Dunde, who is also our former scholar. Tenwek High School, PSC Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Yeah, please step forward. Yeah, our scholar is there, and you can see how our scholars look. Yani as in, nani kama we madam, kusomeshwa mtoto tangu form 1 mpaka saa hii tena university, sini kusema tu wewe ni yawe yawe yawe. Next is Kudea Oruru Okindo, Maranda High School, PSC Mechatronic Engineering, and he's going to Dedan Kimathi, and he's also our scholar. Yeah. Yeah, that is from FTech. Lastly but not the least, our own Joy Adisa Kigadi, Moiti Girls, which is our own school, our own scholar. Richard, unasikiaje leo? Asanti, asanti, asanti. She was our scholar right from the secondary school, and she went to our own school, Moiti Girls, and she's going to do medicine, Kisii University. Richard and your daughter, tunasema pongezi na heko sana kwa kazi mzuri, Joy, and may God bless you. May God bless our scholars. May he protect you, and may he provide the resources that you will need. We are going to go into photography session. Darren, bado tunapiga picha. Photography now. And I'm going to hand over to Zach, who is going to organize us very quickly.
Thanks, Janet. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, students. We will take away those laptops if you don't say good afternoon. Good afternoon. The good ambassador said how many years for the laptops? Huh? Very good. 10 years. I was away, but I was following. So for this session, we will only do the dummy check. Then we do other presentations. Then we will handle the photography later. For the dummy check, I'll only want a few people. Ambassador to represent the Browns Finlays Community Trust. Eunice Korir to represent sponsor Finlays. Darren Edwards to represent sponsor Browns, and the chief guest. And 2 students. Volunteers, very fast, 2 students, a boy and a girl. No, they will do laptop later. For now, we are just awarding them this one. I wanted... So, okay, for now it's just this. We will still do photography. So the students No, the students should hold. Yes. Plus the chief guest. Yes. And then the sponsors. Yes. Okay. So this is the only one we are taking for now. We'll do awards, then we come now back later for proper photography. Gen Z, you're not smiling. Please. Okay. Thank you so much. So, Janet, I think you can proceed with the next awards.
Thank you. I think, Darren, you will remain behind so that you can appreciate Dr. Florentius, please. Ladies, can we appreciate Dr. Florentius? We appreciate you the Bronze Plantation way. And tunasema ikiisha ununue kama hiyo daktari kabisa, supporting us. Thank you, Darren. I also ask Sami, please bring along the education officer and let's appreciate him. Thank you so much. As we come to an end of this function, a beautiful function, before we do the full photography, allow me to speak a blessing over each and every one of you. And as I mentioned, I want to speak number 6:24 to 26 over your lives. That the Lord bless you, the Lord shine his light upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And when I say to you, not only the learners or the scholars, but also you, the parents. And may the blessings of the Lord follow each and every one of us. May the Lord bless the work of our hands. May he bless our brains. Now that Daktari has said we need to exercise our brains. And may he bless us not only now, but to the 5th generation. And we thank God, and I want to thank each and every one of you for actually attending and giving us a very, very beautiful event. At this particular point, I want to welcome Ezra to give his vote of thanks. Our scholar, Ezra, to give a vote of thanks.
Our distinguished chief guest, the Browns and Finleys community trustees, our parents, guardians, fellow scholars, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank the Browns and Finleys Community Trust for believing in us, investing in our education, and we will not take this chance for granted. I would also like to thank our parents, guardians, mentors for their continued support, prayers, encouragement. To my fellow scholars, I'd like to tell you, with this great opportunity comes great responsibility. We promise to continue being humble, helping others out, to reach where we are. We'll inspire, and thanks.
Thank you so much, Ezra. God bless as you go. I want to also welcome from Kericho side, Rukia Said, the lady, to come on also give a vote of thanks. Nothing without us, nothing about us without us. So the ladies also must be represented. As I ask the following parents to get ready. Mama Lydia, and then Mzungu.
The chief guest, the trustees, our parents, and my fellow scholars. Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God, because without His enablance, we won't be here. Then I'd like to thank the Board of Trustees and the Browns Plantation community for seeing it to this wonderful thought to give back to the community. For I say the most beneficial people are those who are beneficial to the community. Secondly, I'd like to thank our parents for trusting us and seeing something in us until we reached here, yes? And to my fellow scholars, to whom much is given, much is expected. And as Dr. Stacy said, be delusional. Nothing is impossible. For there's footsteps on the moon too. Thank you.
Asante sana Rukia. Mama Lydia, Frances Langat from Kipkelion West, all the way from Kipkelion West. Karibu. Imwachi gongo ipichu. Imagine olinyo olimba Kipkelion West. Magilo enyanyo olin. Lakini gogitu. Gongo missing.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. All protocol observed. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Bronze Plantation and Finlay for supporting our sons and daughters. We are really blessed with the chance. Mungu awabariki sana. The students go and study and do not take that chance for granted. Wazazi, ongesochi lagok tugul, ongekochin support where necessary. Kongoi.
Gongoi missing. Mzungu, please. Who we have been walking the journey with you all this time. I think you're just the happiest parent. Na uamushe Richard hapo pia just to wave tu kwa watu. Naona amenyamaza sana.
All protocol observed. Good afternoon. I'm Sungo Peter, a parent to Lavin. I'm working with the Browns Plantation. So I'm one of the beneficiaries. And I want to say thank you so much, the Brown Plantation and Finlays, for what we've done today. To me personally, I want to appreciate you for this far. Maybe before I move on, I just want to register I've been a beneficiary of this in a secondary school scholarship. He is the second to get the second school scholarship, and I have one who is in Form 3. He's also been a beneficiary of this. So I've gotten 3 secondary school scholarship, and I want to appreciate the company and Lord for that. So I'm also privileged to have one for as a scholar, and I really want to humble. I'm one of the happiest parents around, and I think I'll dedicate my service to the company as much as I can. I want to thank God who has enabled us to have this wonderful day and occasion. I want to give him all the glory. I also want to thank our able guest of honor. Thank you so much for honoring to present that wonderful speech to our scholars and even to the parents. I know some of us, we never went so far, very far in academics, but because of our young boys and girls, we are here today to celebrate their good results. And I know it has taken maybe the hand of God, hard work and our prayers to be here today. We want to declare it's not by our own strength, but it's just because of the prayers and the blessings we've showered our young boys and girls here. I also want to appreciate the trustee, the management, Brown's Plantation and Finlay's, I want to say hongera sana. May the Lord bless you so much. We want to declare, may also the Lord shower you with the blessing from above for what you've done. I know the marketplace and even the work will not remain the same because we have just put at center that young girl and boy in our community there. We want to declare we will support all the programs of the company as we are given that opportunity to do that. And for the scholars, I want to assure you the company and the trust have given you a shoulder to step on as you move higher to academics. Kindly don't remember that humble shoulder. You are now stepping on today to put you to the next level. As you go ahead with the academics, remember this, much has been given to you and much is expected from you. The community is expecting much from you. The society, the company, and even your parents are still expecting much from you. So don't let us down. Go there, behave well, be yourself. And remember, there's that one seed that is being planted in you today. And quite a number of us, we are expecting to harvest much from that small seed you are given today. So we want to bless you, even as you go to various universities. May the Lord shower you, protect you, keep you safe. And we expect to have more Florentians after your graduation, more engineers, more people that will take over the leadership of this company from our able leaders here. Thank you so much. And for the parents, let's keep on supporting them. Let's support them. Let's respect what the Lord has done, and the Lord will bless us. Thank you so much. God bless you. Madam asante sana.
Thank you so much. So we are going into the photography session, and I want to ask Zach to support us on this.
So as I give Janet time to prepare, because she'll also be appearing, for my colleagues from Browns and Finlays, whose children have gotten this scholarship today, you know the drill. They have not told you, but you know the drill. Sindio? Sasa ni giving back big time. The way the previous speakers just said, but above all also tabia yetu kazini. Hiyo pia mjue, mjaambiwa but ni hivyo. So our conduct. Yes, our conduct. So actually it's because of your good conduct, hard work, that the children have also benefited. So never forget that anytime you're back to the States. Thank you. If you've not smiled since morning, this is the time. Prepare that smile. Best smile. You're going to photo session. We're going to handle two things. After this, we will have two students of volunteers. As I was listening, I was watching from her doing some other things. One of the speakers talked about confidence. Sindio? Confidence, Sindio? So I'll not choose. I'll need two students, a boy, a girl, not from the company, from the community, to speak with us. Kidogo tu na media. Our general manager, Sami Kurui, will be giving you company, so don't worry. And also need parents. Parent condition is lazima kuwa unaweza ongea Kipsigis. So kuje tu tucharaze Kipsigis kidogo. Wazazi wawili tu, sawa. So hiyo ni voluntary pia kwa wazazi, unaweza ona nani atachagua. Hizo zenye nimesema, just so that you know we are living in a transparent world, they'll appear in the media. All the media that exists. That's why I've said voluntary. So the next session, I want trustees, chief guest, students with your laptops. Mkuje hapa mbele. Kujeni wote. Trustees, students with the laptop, and Dr. Florentius. Darren, by the virtue that you represent our patron, you are now a trustee. and the sponsor at the same time. Yes, bring some seats. Please help us get some seats for the trustees and the sponsors. We will sit. Janet, I hope you are now ready for the photo session. Wanafunzi, please, tunajipanga vizuri. Wengine wanakuja huku, tusiogope tafadhali. The confidence that you need to talk about when you come for that interview. Let's start showing it now. No, it's fine. So students, tukuje huku to balance. We will take time, parents, because I know you want this. So get another one for Darren. You can okay. Get another one for Darren. No, you picked the red, so let's be consistent. Yes. Get another red. So after this, students will remain. Our scholars who are available, you'll join us, like Kevin, Stacy. So trustees, chief guest, prepare yourself for some 30 minutes of sitting. No, it won't be 30. It won't be 30. Students, please, those who are tall can go at the back. Those who are can come in front. And then try to, yes, just here. Don't be afraid of, yes. Thank you. Don't worry, Janet. We'll be through very soon. Let's move like this. Yes. Kuja hapa. Hapa kwa Eunice. Why are you afraid of? Yes. I stand next to Eunice. Is it balanced? Hapo. Very good. Hata yule mwingine. Mbona umesonga nyuma? Sawa. I'm afraid of that. Kuja hapa. Smile, Darren. Thank you. The scholars, Kevin, Stacy, join please. We just take as we move on. Karibu, Mheshimiwa, please join us, please. Yeah, Stacy, you can go the other side now that Kevin is here. We balance. Yeah, get him a seat. Okay. Here it is. Thank you. Wazazi mjitayarishe, tutaenda huko nyuma pia. Thank you, wazazi. So first of all, I'll pick wazazi from Browns and Finlays. Lona, come before the rest of wazazi. Kujeni haraka. Wazazi from Browns and Finlays. Then our lovely wazazis from the community will join us. Kuna nafasi huko. Rafael. Yes, that route. You should just continue as I arrange so that we save on time. Aya, wazazi, mwanze kuamka. Tunasimama tu nyuma. So students, you can now move in front. Some of you can squat. For those who can squat, the grass is good. You can sit so that we give our parents space. Wazazi, kuna nafasi huko tafadhali. Ona, wazazi tafadhali, twende huko. Huko ndio, hapa ndio mwisho wazazi, kuna nafasi. Wanafunzi wengine wanaweza kuja hapa mbele. Yes, we are bringing. We are bringing. Just position yourself, it's coming. Don't don't worry, even if it covers the fold. No, wanafunzi mkuje please. Mzazi hafai ku squat na students. Student kuja ku squat instead of the parent. Oh, everybody was to join us. Why are you seated there? Mzazi unaweza kalia hivi. Badala ku squat. Mzazi mwingine hawezi simama sana. So we are balancing. Raphael, give you a seat. Or you can stand. You can sit here. Yeah. Anybody who cannot stand, please swap it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Belinda. Take your time, please. You smile. One day you go sign the check. You self go drive that pencil. This life goes to make sense. Amen. Do you have everyone within the frame? Everyone is within the frame. One day you go run this town. Amen. Asanteni sana. Thank you. Yeah, we are done with photography.
Professor Willie Tarop will do the final prayer for us, including also praying for the food.
Thank you so much everyone. Tumefurahi. Tunataka kuomba. Tumpatie Mwenyezi Mungu kila kitu. Awe kiongozi wa kila jambo. Abariki watoto wetu na atubariki sisi kama wazazi pia. Na abariki kampani hizi ambazo wametusaidia pamoja na mgeni wetu wa heshima. Let's pray. Our dear loving God, we thank you because you are our Father. Thank you for indeed you are a great knower and you are a great provider. Thank you for the gift of children, the gift of parents, the gift of guardian, and even the gift of the trustees and our guest of honor. We bless you, Jehovah, for what you have enabled us to hear today. We pray that you enable our children and us to be hearers of the word and not hearers only. We pray that you bless them as they journey today, going to the university from next week until they complete. May you take all the glory and honor. Be their great provider. Make them excel, be the head and not the tail. Bless the work of the hands of the parents and bless us all. We also want to thank you for the food that you have provided for us. We pray that you bless it before we eat, for we pray everything in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. So, Sami Kiri, please escort the guests. The students, mtabaki kidogo, mushugulikiwe. They will be by the secretariat. Belinda is here. She will be able to sort you out to ensure that maybe she's registered or done any of those. Otherwise, gongoi picture, gongoi missing. Sami, please escort your guests. As the parents, you can start singing.